versus Fortune Barishal. Tamim, you've got a coin?
Heads.
Head is the call.
Bat first.
Tizara, what have you decided?
I would like to bat first.
Any particular reason?
Actually, if you see our last match, we put a good score on the board, and it's easy to defend the total because of whatever situation. So I'm really proud of myself and my team because of we did recordable, score in the last match. So that's why we want to bat first.
Yeah, you shattered records. Highest ever score in all of BPL, the opening partnership, and also the margin of win.
Yeah.
149 runs. Your batting looks superb once it comes off, but are you a little bit concerned about the bowling department?
Actually, we can't say anything because of in 𝗏𝗏 we played so many night matches for that kind of weather and dew factor. So I can't expect more than that from my bowlers. I think in this condition, we played 3 in a row day games. I think I feel better with my bowlers.
And when you speak about batting, obviously that big partnership of 241 runs come to everybody's mind, that your openers, Tanzir Hassan and Liton Kumar Das, scoring hundreds. You would want them to get some runs here, especially today.
Of course, because of if you see the pitch, it's really nice and very calm pitch. When we had a last evening in the net session, that was a brilliant pitches. So I think it's good for us, and we want to put the very big score in the board.
Right. Any changes?
Yeah, we have 2 changes. JP and Chattogram comes in for Mugdho and Riaz.
All right. All the best.
Thank you. Cheers, buddy. Thanks.
Tamim, what would you have done if you're down in the
I would have batted first too, because wicket looks good. It's a nice looking wicket, and then Chittagong always high scoring games. So yes, I would have loved to bat first, but that's fine. Again, new wicket. If there is something, it has to be in the first couple of overs.
Right, and pretty close game the last match, 197, but ended up, especially the last over, some smashing hitting from the skipper from the opposition. After that loss, what was the first thing you said to your team?
See, when you're losing that kind of game, you don't have much to say, to be very honest. And I actually don't mind losing those kind of games, because one guy played unbelievable, 26. It doesn't matter how the bowler bowled. To score 26 of last over is a hell of an effort. We know that how good we are as a team. We just need to click as a unit today, and this is what we are focusing on.
And any changes in your team?
Yeah, we got 3 changes, 2 forceful changes because of Myers and Shaheen has left. Malan and Nabi is back, and then in place of Rishad, we bringing a local fast bowler in Ripon.
Right, all the very best.
Thank you so much.
Right, the news from the middle is that Dhaka Capitals have won the toss and they will bat first.
The 11th Dutch Bangladesh Premier League continues to thrill with world-class action. Fresh off the record-breaking performance, the Dhaka Capitals face Fortune Barishal in the first game of Day 11, aiming to test Barishal bowlers once again. Later, the Khulna Tigers, desperate to break a 3-match losing streak, face the informed Chittagong Kings, who are eyeing their 4th win this season. 2 high-stakes clashes are on the cards, so brace yourself for an electrifying day of cricket. It's the Dutch Bangla Bank BPL powered by Rocket co-sponsor Nexus Pay, and we've all moved to Chattogram for this match between Fortune Barishal and the Dhaka Capitals. Hello, very good afternoon to the Zahur 𝗂𝗄𝗃 Cricket Stadium. We're all looking forward to this wonderful phase here in Chattogram. Different conditions, different pitches, but I have one of the guys who's been with me for a while, Parvez Maroof. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Shine Bhai.
Well, also look forward to today because Dhaka Capitals in particular, they won a match and they need to get some points very, very quickly under their belt.
100%. The way they played the last game, records were shattered. So many records were, written, as well as Fortune Barishal. It's an interesting one for them. They haven't played in a week. They exactly played on the 9th. Today is the 16th. So sometimes rustiness can get better of you. So that's one thing that Fortune Barishal would have spoken about before this game. So big game coming up.
We have a look at the points table. Of course, Rangpur Riders still on top with a virtually unbeatable record. But as I mentioned, these two teams need to get some points to just go up. And just a reminder that the top 4 qualify for the playoffs.
Yeah, Dhaka Capitals is a must-win game. They just got five more games after this. They got to win at least 3 more. So the pressure is on them. But when you have something when it comes to body language like nothing to lose, everything to gain, that's exactly where Dhaka Capital was before, when they were 6 out of 6 and they came out, went smash it and scored 250. And now they're in a position that if they win about 3 or 4 games, they still have hope to get a top 4.
We're in the same hotel, the Dhaka Capital. They seemed pretty relaxed before they arrived at the ground. And let's talk about Fortune Barishal. Today, they have played 5, won 3, lost 2. And in match number 13, let's have a look at what transpired in that last over. So very important.
It's all about Nurulhasan Suhan, isn't it? In the last over, the way he batted Kyle Mayers under the pump, I thought tactically, Fortune Barishal got it wrong, bowling Kyle Mayers in the last over. I mean, in the past, Kyle Mayers gives you that 2-3 overs with the new ball in the power play or as soon as the power play is over, and definitely not in the death over. And when comes the death over, he bowls to the good spot where the hitting our keys for a right hand, and he paid the price. Nurulhasan Suhan in international cricket as well as in domestic cricket, he has done it over and over again. And I just feel tactically Fortune Barishal got it wrong in this over.
Yeah, well, they got it wrong in that over, but they won all the games chasing, and both the games they lost were batting first, so they'll have to do something about that. A time when the team needs to just come back. You talked about rustiness, but I'm sure that they've been practicing even though they're not playing the games.
It's very different, Shamim, when it comes to practices and playing matches. I strongly believe when you keep winning games, you want to play at least after 1 day or maybe 2 days after, not 1 week. I'm sure they would have had a couple of days off. The local players would have gone home, come back, regroup, had a couple of practice sessions. But personally, this is my personal opinion. When you start winning, when you start doing well as a team, and this the Fortune Barishal side is full of stars, so they know what to do. But I just feel Dhaka Capitals have the grip going to this game.
Yes, indeed. They'll need to have that grip and have some sort of continuity. We're talking about momentum in the middle and momentum even when not actually playing. So you think this little rest help some players and hinder others?
Yeah, it definitely does, especially for fast bowlers to recover and get the re-energy back. But all in all, it can go either way, 50-50 either way. But professionalism has to be the #1 priority here. I mean, I'm sure all the star players, the captain, Tamim Iqbal, he knows how to get the group, gelling in again, they start over again. But that 1 week, I'm sure they would have definitely, at least 3-4 days would have gone home, come back and recharge their batteries.
We'll see what one of their players thinks about it. Rishad Hussain, a short while earlier, Mazharuddin Omi caught up with Rishad.
I've got Fortune Barishal leg spinner রিশাদ হোসেন alongside me. রিশাদ, 5 ম্যাচে 3 জয়, চিটাগং ফেস্টটা তো নিশ্চয়ই অনেক ক্রুশাল হবে।
না, অবশ্যই চিটাগংয়ে যে 3টা আমাদের ম্যাচ, আমরা ফুল টিম চাইবো যে 3টা জিততে পারি এবং ঢাকা পর্বে ভালো কিছু শুরু করার আশা করব ইনশাল্লাহ।
অ্যাজ আ লেগ স্পিনার যদি বলি, চট্টগ্রামের পিচ সবসময় ব্যাটারদের একটু ফ্রেন্ডলি হয়, সো অ্যাজ আ লেগ স্পিনার কীভাবে অ্যাডজাস্ট করতে চান এই পিচে?
আসলে অ্যাজ এ ক্রিকেটার হিসাবে, অ্যাজ এ স্পিনার হিসাবে উইকেট, টার্নিং এবং ফ্ল্যাট যেই থাকুক অ্যাডজাস্ট করাটা খুব ইম্পর্টেন্ট এবং 2-4 দিন থেকে এখানে প্র্যাকটিস করতেছি, তো আশা করবো ইনশাল্লাহ ভালো কিছু হবে।
বাংলাদেশের জন্য তো আপনি টি-20 ফরম্যাটে বল করছেন, মাশাআল্লাহ খুব ভালো বোলিং হচ্ছে। কোন স্ট্র্যাটেজি নিয়ে বল করেন এই ফরম্যাটে যেখানে ব্যাটাররা খুব অ্যাগ্রেসিভ ব্যাটিং করতে চায়?
না, টি-20 আসলে রান খেলা, তো বোলিং করার সময় টেন্ডেন্সি থাকে যে ব্যাটসম্যানকে কীভাবে ব্যাটসম্যানের উইক জোনটা আটকা যায় এবং প্লাস হচ্ছে যে কীভাবে সিচুয়েশনটা রিড করা যায়, এটুকু।
থ্যাংক ইউ ভেরি মাচ অ্যান্ড অল দ্য বেস্ট।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
That's Rishad Hussain talking. I'm sure, Maha, you understood everything. You've been to Bangladesh so many times, you must have picked up Bangla.
Yeah, I've picked up a few words, but definitely not the chat.
All right, the chat was all about confidence levels and spinners getting purchased from the wicket. What would you reckon on a track like this? Pace sort of has a little bit of advantage over spin?
It's an interesting one. Looking at the stat pack what we received before this game, I read that more wickets last year in BPL in Chattogram has been taken by fast bowlers, and spinners have less when it comes to the economy rate, but less wickets, almost half and half. Fast bowlers have picked up wickets. For me, Rishad Hossain, in any surface, even if you play in a glass, he has to play because he's look at this good sides around the world. Good sides with good leg spinners. Got Adil Rashid. You got Wanindu Hasaranga, you got Rashid Khan. I mean, 3 of the big names coming up, as well as Adam Zampa. So these are the players who thrive the middle overs from 7 to 14. On a good day, they'll bowl in the power plays. And this boy, who started international career so well, I was disappointed that he didn't play in Dhaka. And I hope this pitch with bounce, he can actually extract that bounce and be that 4 overs in the middle overs for Tamim Iqbal.
Well, let's talk about the Dhaka Capitals. You've just got the one win behind them, but they'd like to just get another one very, very quickly, as I mentioned earlier. But that was a masterly win. What about this? This was against 𝗬𝗺𝗪.
Records shattered. There were so many records that this game was broken. And all of a sudden, 6 out of 6, looking down the barrel, comes up, wins the toss and smashes 254 for 1. Wow, just wow, the way both of the left-hander and the right-hander batted.
Yeah, Liton Kumar Das and Tanzid Hassan. This was the highest ever partnership in BPL history. 241 runs in 122 balls. Second highest partnership in men's T20 history. And highest team totals, lots of records. Highest team total in BPL history. Liton's fastest 100 in BPL. Records galore.
Well done, Shamim, for getting everything together. And these are what you're talking about. I mean, this is just on a day where when they came in, they would have been not sure, right? We lost 6 out of 6, looking down the barrel with confidence level is no high. And goes out the right-handed Liton, left-handed Tanzid, and they put up a magnificent show, which we all enjoyed. And I'm sure the people in Sylhet even enjoyed it too.
It was just the 𝗬𝗺𝗪 team who didn't enjoy it at all because they're on the wrong end of the
I'm sure
stick.
they would have as well.
Yeah, it was terrific. I mean, records broken on that way. Right, first time at the Zahur Ahmed Chowdhury Stadium in this BPL, so the pitch will play its role. Let's join up with Danny Morrison for the pitch report.
Got to say, it is a delight to be back in Chitters. Chattogram, of course, and the sun is out, the vitamin D factor and everything. Let's cut straight into the dimensions here of this fabulous venue. Either side of me, 60 metres. But I'm heading here from the media end. So downtown, everything smashed back in the V is 70 metres. So that might give you a clue, captains, about how you should go about things on the surface. And when I look at this wonderful 22 yards, ladies and gents, I see a lot of live grass. And I like that because the first innings total, the average first innings score in a day game of last BPL 2024, 184. So still, ball coming on, just doing enough maybe with the new seed. But if you don't get it right, you're going to disappear a long, long way.
Right, so it's the Dhaka Capitals winning and taking a decision to bat first. Wise option?
It's an interesting one again because I would have on a pitch which has grass would have loved to chase it down later. But history says in their games in Chattogram that the team winning the toss batted first and won more games. So I'm sure Tamim and 𝗃𝗃 would have had the look at the last year's performances that would have prompted for them to do this.
Right, so Dhaka Capitals batting first. Really have got some changes in the team, Maha.
Yeah, a couple of changes. 𝗃𝗧, the Namibian wicketkeeper batter, comes in, and 𝗬𝗃𝗃, the left-arm spinner all-rounder, would possibly bat at numbers 7 and 8 and give that extra bowlers option for 𝗃𝗃.
Yes, indeed, and Dhaka has 3 changes. David Malan, he really comes back to strengthen the Fortune Barishal. Ripan Mondal and Mohammad Nabi are the 3 changes for the Fortune Barishal team.
Yeah, that's experience for you. David Malan on top of the innings. I mean, he'll partner up with Tamim Iqbal. What a batting lineup. I mean, you got Mahmudullah, 𝗃𝗏𝗽, Shanto, Mushikur, Nabi, Fahim Ashraf. Wow, this is a team I think full of superstars, and I'm sad to say Richardson is not made to the 11. So for me personally, as I said, in any pitch I would love to have a leg spinner, and he's the upcoming best player for Bangladesh. So I'm sad that on this kind of a surface which has grass, which has bounce, that Richard is not in the 11.
Yeah, well, that's one of those things, what the think tank think, and what the Dhaka Capitals will be thinking is not to be overawed by the amount of stars in the other team. Just play the ball to its merit, just play in a proper manner.
Yeah, it's very important that they start well, and the first 6 overs will determine what the result is going to be.
Right, the play about to start for the first time here in Chattogram. We're all set to join our first set of commentators, Mazharuddin Ami and Sir Curtly Ambrose.
Thank you, Shan Chowdhury. From the city of tea gardens at the northeastern part in Sylhet, the 11th edition of the Dutch Bangla Bank Bangladesh Premier League, powered by Rocket and co-sponsored by Nexus Pay, ships to the commercial capital of Bangladesh. The city, known as 𝗿𝗏𝗃𝗃 Punyabhumi, Queen of the East, Land of Heroes. We are here at the port city of Chattogram. Hello and welcome you all to this electrifying ground. And it has been a magnificent BPL so far, and we are expecting cracker of a contest here at the port city. Defending champions, Fortune Barishal, taking on Dhaka Capitals, who managed to win great win in their previous game against 𝗂𝗏𝗃𝗃, where records galore. Batters, both the openers, Litton Dash and Tanzid Hassan Tamim, are in terrific form, striking hundreds in the previous game. Strike rate of 135.2. This left-hander scored 2 centuries in the BPL, most alongside Tamim Iqbal. And he will be looking to make an impact yet again with the bat for Dhaka Capitals. On the other end, it's Litton Dash, another centurion of the previous game. High score of 125 not out against 𝗂𝗏𝗃𝗃. Strike rate of 130.8. Stylish right-hander will surely look to continue from where he left against 𝗏𝗃𝗃. Right, the stage is set, and we are all geared up for an action-packed T20 game here in Chattogram. Shahandat Khan, a left-arm seamer, will start the proceedings from the Dutch Bangla end. Bowled well in the last couple of matches. Got 2 wickets against Rangpur and 3 against Sylhet strikers. Right, the stage is set for Barishal, who lost their previous game against Rangpur. Scintillating last over. As I welcome Sir Curtly Ambrose. Very good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Maza. Hello, everyone. Sun is out in all its glory. Crowd is building up nicely. Everyone expecting a cracker of a game. and the Capitals are up and running.
Yeah, Dhaka Capitals off and running. Courtesy of Tanzid Hassan, who gets off the mark. Looking at the surface, Sir 𝗏𝗧𝗏. Grass covered all across the deck. Your take on the surface?
Looks good from our vantage point. As a former fast bowler myself, Mazza, it's always nice to see some grass on the surface. Makes the fast bowler smile a bit. But with only 2 deliveries gone, we'll have to wait and see how much assistance the bowlers will get from the surface.
Nicely bowled by Jahandar. Yeah, rightly pointed out, Sir 𝗏𝗏𝗏. Not just about the surface, where you bowl those deliveries will also matter, especially for Barishal. Someone like Jahandar, cricketer from Pakistan, hails from Rawalpindi, idolizes Wasim Akram. Wishes to speak with him at least once in his life. Had the opportunity to talk with him just before the game. He wanted to know about the art of reverse swing from the Sultan of Swing. That swung away. Liton Das expecting a wide from the umpire. Yeah, the match officials today. AIM Moniruzzaman Tinku, the on-field umpire, former first-class cricketer. He's alongside Asif Yaqub from Pakistan, the 2 on-field umpire. Masudur Rahman Mukul, the TV umpire. And that's going to be wide. Yep, given as wide. Match referee Salim Shahid for today's game. Experienced Mushfiqur Rahim. Alongside Tamim Iqbal, just retired from international cricket, sir, Tamim.
There comes a time when we all have to retire at some point, for different reasons, of course. Nothing lasts forever, they say. And certainly in cricket. Oh dear, oh dear. Way down the leg side. Wicketkeeper had no chance, didn't even react. Terrible delivery from Jahandar.
Offline from the left arm seamer. That one came back in. The line was not right. It was way down the leg side. Yeah, just going back to the reason of retirement you mentioned, there are different reasons. What were your reasons, Sir 𝗏𝗏𝗏, to retire from international cricket?
We'll get back to that in the next over. You know, it's been so long ago. You know, this year will make 25 years since I left the international scene. No, but truth be told, I just had enough. You know, I just stopped enjoying it. And I decided, you know, if I can't give 100% every day, there's no point doing it. So I just had enough, stopped enjoying it, just didn't want to play anymore. So that was my reason, you know. Plus, I wanted to leave on my own terms and not pushed out or face the embarrassment of being dropped.
We all know what you achieved in world cricket. End of the first over, Dhaka Capitals, 7 without loss. A couple of changes for both the teams. Dhaka Capitals bring in 𝗃𝗵𝗂𝗽𝗂𝗃 from Namibia, the wicketkeeper batter. Chaturanga de Silva alongside Barishal. David Malan makes into the playing 11 alongside Ridwan Mondal and Mohammad Nabi. They are without Kyle Mayers and Shaheen Afridi. Both left the team. Going to be a challenge for Fortune Barishal, especially in the pace bowling attack. Ridwan Mondal, the youngster, comes in. The best of 2 for 19. Economy on the higher side. A young seeming all-rounder from Ghazipur. Good start. Ridwan Mondal worked on his pace recently with Dollar Mahmood, the former Bangladesh fast bowler. Young prospect, played for Bangladesh under 19, a handy all-rounder. Quick run taken. So curtly, both the captains mentioned that they would want to bat first after winning the toss. Barishal won all their 3 matches chasing and lost the 2 matches batting first against Rangpur.
Well, different conditions, I reckon. Probably believe that the best part of the track is to bat on first. Probably may get a bit lower and slower as the game progressed. So it could be a bit of a challenge for the team batting second. Or they just want to bat first, post the total, and try and defend it. So there are different reasons why you want to bat first.
Rightly pointed out, the average first innings total in this BPL so far has been 180. Last year, the average first innings total in the day games in this ground has been 184. So yeah, we're expecting a high-scoring affair here in Chattogram again. Nice line, nice length.
Good start for Mondal. From my little experience, you know, starting your spell is always the hardest. Don't want to give away runs too early. One, hit the lines and the lengths from ball 1, which Mondal is doing at the moment. Once you get that first couple of deliveries out of the way, that gives you some confidence. The flip side to it is, you go for a couple of boundaries early, then you're a little bit deflated and then you're under pressure. So it's always important to get those few deliveries out of the way without giving away runs.
Definitely, it's a challenge for the fast bowlers, especially bowling in the power plays. The batters tend to go hard after them, using the inner circle. Nicely played on the back foot. Good work by the fielder at cover. However, Litton will get off the mark. After 2, Dhaka Capitals 9 without loss. Not the type of start Dhaka Capitals would have hoped for starting this BPL. It's their first 6 matches on trot. However, the good news is they've managed to bounce back in their previous game. with a comprehensive 149-run win over 𝗂𝗵𝗃𝗃. Still got 5 matches left, including this one. And let me tell you, they can be a spoiler. Mohammad Nabi, the new bowler for Fortune Barishal, experienced campaigner with the best of 4 of 24. Started off with a flighted delivery.
Coming boy, in everybody! Your wicket,
Good
your
cricketer,
wicket, everybody!
Mohammad Nabi.
One mistake boy, one mistake boy! Bowling, ball! Change, lefty!
As we are getting deeper and deeper into the competition, teams are battling for the top 4 position in order to qualify for the knockouts phase. So lots of pressure on most of the teams.
𝗂𝗏𝗂𝐻𝗃, the head coach of Dhaka Capitals. Adjustment in the field for the left-hander. The short third point, backward point, cover. Long off in place for the left-hander.
Bowling, keeper!
Tucks away on the onside, will get a single. It's been a quiet start so far from these two batters, what we have seen in the previous game. Coming all guns blazing against 𝗂𝗵𝗃𝗃.
Coming lads!
Goes for that up and over. Never try to hit that hard. Timed it to perfection. First boundary of the innings came off the bat of 𝗵𝗏𝗃𝗃.
Well ball, Nabi bhai, well ball!
Flighted delivery from Nabi.
Lovely ball!
Just a gentle push, really.
Keeping it slow, Mohammad Nabi. It was an outstanding shot. Must mention the fact that he knew the fielder long on was quite straightish. He made sure it goes over the bowler's head.
Come on, lads, come
Full
on,
face of the bat. Nothing more than a mere push.
One air legs!
Goes for the big one. This time it's Tanzid Hassan Tamim. And he clears the fence quite comfortably. A big over for Dhaka Capitals. They are 22 without loss after 3. It's going to be a crucial phase here in Chattogram for all the teams, especially for Fortune Barishal, who are at number 3, 6 points, winning 3 out of 5 matches. Dhaka managed to win just 1 game out of their 7 matches. They will be looking to continue their momentum. Last ball of the previous over, Tanzid Tamim. That was a glorious shot. Down on his knees, helped that away on the onside.
Struck it well to the longest part of the boundary as well, over mid-wicket. It was another flighted delivery, 78 meters.
Fahim Ashraf, the new bowler. Started off with a short delivery straight to the field at point. Oh! Mohammad Nabi dropped a rather straightforward catch at point.
Probably got to him a lot quicker than he anticipated. Got to him a lot quicker than he expected. That was a problem. So the ball basically hit his hands and couldn't take the rebound. How costly will this miss be
Fahim Ashraf with the best of 3 for 18. One of the leading all-rounders for Fortune Barishal. Plays a vital role with the ball as well with the bat. Almost picked up the first wicket of the game. Mohammad Nabi. Yeah, as you mentioned, it came quick to Nabi. Comes down the track, Tanzid Tamim straight to the fielder at cover. The intentions are clear now, Sir Curtly. Beautiful side of the sports city of Chattogram, home to many stars of Bangladesh cricket. As you'd know, Minatullah Abidin Nannu, Akram Khan, Nurullah Abidin Nobel, and obviously Tamim Iqbal, Nafis Iqbal, and others. Right on the money.
The bowling up to this point has been impressive. They're not giving anything away. Yes, there are a couple of boundaries being hit, but there was also a drop catch. So they're creating chances, making scoring very difficult at the moment. That's what it's all about.
Walked away on the onside. Yeah, on the flip side of the coin, Sir Curtly, Fortune Barishal hasn't been able to pick early wickets. In the last 5 matches they played, during the power plays, they tend to pick not more than 1 wicket in the 5 matches. And that allowed the opponents to cash in the last 5 overs of the innings. Keeping wickets intact will be key for Dhaka Capitals. Crowds coming in numbers. They are magnetic here in Chattogram. Mohammad Nabi does well at point, but can't prevent a single. It's been a good over so far from Fahim Ashraf. Just 3 coming in.
Nice aerial shot of the stadium.
Played with soft hand, quick single taken. Nevertheless, end of a very good over from Fahim Ashraf, just 4 from it. Dhaka Capitals 26 without loss. The stats on your screen is the BPL 2020 for the previous edition. In this ground, 178 has been the average first inning score, and teams batting first go on to win 8 matches out of those 12. The Dhaka Capitals will surely look to utilize that stats in their favor. They've got a decent start though, quite one as well. 26 without loss after 4. The best part has been they have those openers in the middle. Scored hundreds in the previous game against 𝗂𝗫𝗪. It was an outstanding partnership between these 2 batters in the middle. Shot fine leg and shot third for Ripon Mondal against the left-hander. Again, looking for that quick single. Good running between the wicket.
You mentioned the last game that both openers, Tanzid and Litton Das, both scored hundreds. I mean, it was such a wonderful sight. I really enjoyed those innings. They played some lovely shots. They were really in control. The bowlers had no answer to their stroke play. It was certainly a joy to watch.
Goes for that. On the up. Finds the gap as well. Just past the fielder at mid-off. 𝗿𝗏𝗃𝗃 is looking good yet again.
Good shot. Just stood there and free his arms. Not a man move. Sped away to the boundary. He was dropped in the previous over. Could this cost them? You don't drop good players, especially when it's a straightforward catch, because they could hurt you.
Yeah, you mentioned about the partnership between these two batters against 𝗃𝗵𝗃𝗃. They were outstanding, scintillating. Witnessed some terrific batting display from these two batters. Tanzid Hassan Tamim complementing 𝗿𝗏𝗃𝗃 at the other end, both scoring hundreds. These are the times when you enjoy your moments in the middle. Goes for that again, outside edge. Good catch taken behind the stump by Mushfiqur Rahim. Ridwan Mondal strikes for Fortune Barishal, removing the dangerous 𝗿𝗏𝗃𝗃.
That's a big wicket. Didn't cost them that many. Mohamed Nabi must be a relief man. Went for the big square drive, came off the edge, and a good catch by the wicket-keeper. 𝗿𝗏𝗃𝗃's short innings has come to an end. He's gone for 13. Dhaka Capitals 31 for 1.
Fortune Barishal managed to break the opening partnership, removing 𝗿𝗏𝗃𝗃. Ridwan Mondal. A nice delivery outside the off stump, tempted 𝗿𝗏𝗃𝗃 to go hard at him. That outside edge, and Mushfiqur Rahim does the rest.
Good catch. The wicket-keeper moving to his right. Mushfiqur. Ball was dying on him, so it was a good catch in the end. Disappointment for 𝗿𝗏𝗃𝗃.
Muneem Shahriar, the new batter, comes in and swings his bat right away.
Good delivery. Muneem Shahriar making his intentions clear from the very get-go. Not so sure if that's the way to go after just losing a wicket. Look at that. Went for all money and missed it. Could have been caught behind as well.
Goes for that again. Swing and a miss. End of a successful over from Mondal. A wicket and just 5 runs from it. Dhaka Capitals 31 for 1 after 5.
Yeah, 31 for 1 after 5 overs. Dhaka Capitals lost the dangerous man 𝗿𝗏𝗃𝗃, who looked really good in his little time that he spent in the middle. Gone for 13 of 17. Fahim Ashraf will bowl the last over of the power play. Bowling to his field, third man in the circle. Car point drop back to the boundary. Winning the toss, batting first, 32 for 1. Dhaka Capitals will be quite unhappy with the score they have put up yet. Munim Shahryar, first couple of deliveries, the way he played are the reasons. As I say, a very good afternoon to Arthur Ali Khan.
Good afternoon, Maha. Good afternoon, all. They'll be happy to see the back of Liton Kumar Das, who was in excellent form. Lucky, was dropped once. Couldn't continue. This has been a good hunting ground for the batters, especially in the last year.
Munim Shahryar has to drop down a little bit. First 3 deliveries, he has been just trying to smash as possible. Among the lengths have been the shorter side, he did the deck card. Most of the time, Liton loves that length. Wicket delivery was a shot, but a slightly slower, trying to slap it over long off. And good to see Mushfiqur Rahim back in the gloves. Had a small injury to his finger, could not keep Shanto did the job. It's lovely to do. Top edge. Long off, beg your pardon, third man in place. And takes a very good catch. Mahmudullah Riyad. What a catch. He almost had a collision with Mushfiq, but held his cool and took a very good catch.
An experienced campaigner, just showing that he can really be very good in the field also. They'll just go
TV
upstairs
umpire to
and have a look.
director, 𝗂𝗵 for fair catch. I checked fit is a fair delivery. Show me your best angle, please. Keep rolling. Ball clearly taken. Can I have opposite angle? Just I want to see the after taking the catch. Yeah. Keep rolling. Ball clearly taken. Keep rolling, keep rolling, keep rolling. Finger is still under the ball. Ball did not touch in the ground before going to the hand. I am ready to make my decision for big screen.
Confirmation. A rocket out. What a catch by the veteran Mahmudullah Riyad to dismiss. Munim Shahryar gone without scoring. 32 for 2. A 32 for 2, not the start that the Dhaka Capitals wanted. Tanzid Hassan, the left-hander, still at the crease. Munim Shahryar's little nightmare in the middle finishes like this.
What a catch. It's a brilliant catch. He's a senior campaigner. Dived to perfection, was falling in front of him. Poor shot, isn't it, Maha? But terrific from Muhammad Mahmudullah. Outstanding catch.
𝗂𝗵𝗂𝗪𝗓 from Namibia, the wicket-keeper batter. That number 4. A bit of a nightmare innings, I would say, for Munim. A couple of deliveries in the first over, slog, miss. The third ball as well, and the fourth, he got the top edge. Mahmudullah Riyad, what a catch. Especially when a veteran does that, Arthur Ali Khan shows the commitment.
Nicely applauded by the bowler also. It's a terrific effort.
Off the mark, 𝗂𝗵𝗂𝗪𝗓 on BPL debut.
And Tanzid Hassan Tamim will be on strike.
Good boys, finish well, boys.
13 of 12. Tanzid Hassan coming back from that 100 that he made in the last match. He'll be looking towards him to make an impact with the bat. 𝗂𝗫𝗓. It's a good surface to bat on. And Tanzid Hassan Tamim becomes the second player for Bangladesh to score 200s in BPL. He picked up his first 100 last year on the same venue when he smashed 116 of 65, playing for Chattogram versus Khulna Tigers.
A fine leg in the circle, almost becomes a free hit. And when the bouncer is targeted to the leg side. Ends the power play, 37 for 2.
End of power play signal coming. Hey, दुटा बाहर है. Center wicket, center. रवि भाई, इसको इधर ले लेते हैं, रवि भाई.
Clearly, Fortune Barishal has done really well in the power play. 19 dot deliveries and, very importantly, 2 big wickets.
ये ऊपर.
With the 𝗃𝗃𝗃 𝗂𝗃𝗃 back in the hut. 2 left-handers in the middle. Of the power play, this will be the signal. 7 to 20th, 5 fielders can be patrolling the boundary. 4 can be inside the circle. And looks like Mohammad Nabi will continue. No surprises with 2 left-hands in the middle. Was expensive in his first over, Nabi. Went for 13 runs. Usually don't see Nabi being expensive. One of those days. Short third man, cow point, short extra cover, mid-wicket are the fielders inside the circle. Beautifully bowled, slowing it down.
Yeah, pretty open spaces on the onside. This is just tapping and running, picking up a single straight away. Now, this has been also good for batting in the last edition of the Bangladesh Premier League. Kumilla went on to score 239 for 3. Rangpur Riders to 19 for 5. A couple of scores above 200.
One, keeper!
So is a call and comes back pretty easily in the end. Information that the Dhaka Capitals, it's the lowest power play score when they're batting first. I think a lot of credit should go to Fortune Barishal's bowlers, who have kept it really quiet. 37 for 2 this season was the lowest.
And to be able to do that, especially against the likes of 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 Kumar and Tanzid Hassan Tamim, says a lot. Says a lot about Tamim Iqbal, who must have spoken to his boys in the dressing room, in the team meetings. The plan, especially against the openers, because they racked up such a big, huge partnership, the best so far for any wicket when they had a 241 in that last match. So never easy, especially early on, because you know the batters are looking in terrific form and they'll be looking to repeat what they did in the last match. Well, very good, yeah, spot on, Maha. Very good from the bowlers.
Also, I'm slightly disappointed and surprised. Rashad Hussain, a wrist spinner, on a day game. And there's grass in the pitch, but still, Rashad Hussain, for me, has to be in any team.
No, I'm with you. But if you look at the changes that they've made, Fortune Barishal, I mean, they've brought in Dawad Malan, Ripon Mondol and Mohammad Nabi.
Shot, deep between place though. Oh, dropped it. Oh. That was a sitter. It was too easy. Ridhoy, a safe fielder normally, drops the sitter. 7 overs done, 42 for 2. current run rate of 6 runs per over being maintained by the Dhaka Capitals. The last ball of the previous over, a sitter was dropped.
That's the second time they've dropped a catch. The first one didn't hurt, but this can hurt because this came from the bat of 𝗂𝗳. Straight in and out. Unbelievable.
Can happen to the best, isn't it? We've seen in the past, best of the fielders have drop sitters. 𝗂𝗃𝗪𝗀's reaction was very disappointed. Didn't have much to move. 𝗂𝗃𝗪𝗀, probably about 5 feet to the front, and drops it. River sweep, and baseline in a fielder. They should run away to a boundary. 𝗂𝗁𝗃 living dangerously, dropped from the previous over. A river sweep boundary this time.
Yeah, when you decide not to pick someone like Rishad Hussain, then you're looking at extra spinner. That's the reason why Mahmudullah is in the attack. Mohammad Mahmudullah, straight away. The reverse comes out, and it goes fine. It goes past that fielder, and it goes to the boundary. Good shot.
India again. Is it going to be safe? Oh, it lands right in the middle between the extra cow fielder and long off. Living dangerously, 𝗂𝗁𝗃.
Yeah, I'm just thinking because we've seen players trying to play some big shots here. And whenever they've tried, they've not timing it. Maybe the ball not coming onto the bat as much as we saw, especially in Sylhet. So you need to be a little bit watchful here because they've already 2 down, Dhaka. Could have lost another one. Yes, they've dropped 2 catches already.
Pitch is offering lots of grass. But for the moment, even I'm with you, he's just sticking on the pitch. It's not turn, but it's just this, like a softball bounce, a tennis ball bounce. Probably not the easiest for the batters straight away come out there and go big shots. Little time. And also when it comes to these spinners, I'm sure that 𝗂𝗃𝗪𝗀 would love to bring his left arm spinner Tanvir Islam, but with 2 left-handers in the middle, he has to get an off spinner ideally. That's Mahmudullah Riyad. Recent pass does not bowl much, but he'll be handy. Mid-wicket in place. Will this be taken this time? Certainly it does. 5 Ashraf from long on takes a good one to dismiss 𝗂𝗁𝗃.
Again, it's the same batter who survived just earlier in this particular over. But it doesn't hurt them because he's done this. He knew he was in trouble. I don't think it's a pitch where you can hit on the up. You got to be really close to the pitch of the delivery. Credit to Mohammad Mahmudullah. Punch in the air, why not? Sees the back of 𝗂𝗁𝗃. Gone for 8, 48 for 3.
A 48 for 3 after winning the toss, batting first. Dhaka Capitals will be very unhappy with the effort so far. Trying to go for another big one. JP 𝗂𝗁𝗃 at the middle part of the bat, and 5 Ashraf from long on takes a very good catch. Mahmudullah Riyad is a canny bowler. He's very smart. He knows 𝗂𝗁𝗃 is looking for something full and quicker, slowing it down. Didn't got the length. He strikes. A brilliant catch previously and a good wicket now. A successful over. 8 overs come to an end. 48 for 3. Still 𝗃𝗶𝗱𝗲𝗂𝐴𝑞, Chattogram, who all can bet, the all-rounders yet to come. But what they need is a foundation, which so far the Dhaka Capitals have failed. High leg in the circle, but it negates him. And square leg bounces. Risky strokes been taken with that couple, brings up the 50 for Dhaka Capitals.
Yeah, I said it earlier, because this is not a surface where I feel that the batters can go and play straight away big shots. You got to be spot on in terms of shot selections. Because if you don't, if you're hitting on the up, you got to get enough on the bat. Otherwise, you're in trouble. You're hitting it in the air, and the fielders will get underneath the ball.
You know what sort of a chat before they came out to bat Dhaka Capitals. Because the way Munim Sharia played as well as 𝗃𝗵𝗀𝗄𝗽 played, from the forward go, they were looking for big shots, outside edge. Don't think 𝗃𝗫𝗏 Dhassan expected the ball to go that finer, and goes for a boundary. Important one to break the shackles.
Yeah, he would need to play a bigger role with the bat, 𝗃𝗫𝗏 Dhassan, and he would want to see someone from the other end hang around. That is a good shot. It was short and wide, cuts it nicely. Very good outfield, very, very quick. No chance for Jahandat to cut that off. Now remember, Sabir Rahman, who's in the middle, the non-strikers end, is smashed a quick fire 82. In that game against Chittagong, only 33 deliveries. So we know that he can also play shots. The point that I'm trying to make is that this is the surface, is a different surface. So you got to handle yourself in a different way. About looking to rotate strike, and once in a while, if you can, pick up a boundary.
In short, give it a little time to get yourself in. There are runs to be made. This man is in superb form. He was hitting sixes for fun up in Sylhet. If he gets going, someone definitely to watch out for.
Yeah, he hit 9 sixes in that innings.
Short third extra cover, short fine leg and short mid wicket are the four fielders in the ring for Sabir. A dot delivery to end the 9th over. It's going to be 54 for 3. Definitely the 9 overs has belonged to Fortune Barishal. Now also it comes the strategic timeout. The Dhaka Capitals, after winning the toss and batting first, are struggling. 55 for 3 with 𝗃𝗫𝗏, 28 not out. Litton, Munim, 𝗃𝗏𝗄𝗃 have gone back, and Sabir Rahman yet to get off the mark. The first 9 overs clearly belongs to Fortune Barishal.
Yeah, Dhaka Capitals would have hoped that they see the openers go and give them a really good run. Initially, there was a drop catch, then he played some very good shots, but he just couldn't continue. Wild swing. Really good piece of bowling.
Good piece of bowling and fielding. Let's take a look at this for a catch by Mahmoud Al-Riyad, the senior statesman. 𝗂𝗁𝗃 was living a dangerous life. Dropped by 𝗿𝗏𝗽 at deep mid-wicket. And his luck didn't last long. Right next over, went for another big one. Fahim Ashraf took a very, very good catch, running towards the mid-wicket. 5 bowlers only used so far. All 5 has been really good. Bowling to a plan, bowling to a field, and containing Dhaka Capitals for 55 for 3.
Yeah, what about Ripon Mondol, Maha? Look at his figures. 2 overs, he's gone over it for 7 runs. That's 3.5 runs in an over. Brilliant.
Yeah, he has been really good, hitting the deck hard. And we spoke about Ripon Mondol. And how about this guy, Tanveer Islam? Economy of 7.16 for a spinner in T20 is very, very good. That too in BPL career. And Ripon and Tanveer are the reasons why Rishad Hossain can't find a place in the team. Because clearly, Tamim Iqbal prefers the left-arm spinner and a fast bowler instead of the leg spinner. Now chance, oh! If Tanveer Islam had collected it cleanly, I'm sure that Sabbir Rahman could have kept on running back to the pavilion.
Yeah, they've just been off colour, especially on the field. Fortune Barishal was nicely picked up from 𝗏𝗏𝗽. Really good throw. And then he fails to grab it. That would have been gone. Gone for my money, for sure. It's just been sloppy.
What a bullet throw. That came quick. Burst through the hands of Tanveer Islam. There you go. And nowhere well when it comes to positioning. And clearly he's unhappy. He's trying to make a point. Remember, he dropped a catch. But unfortunately for Fortune Barishal, they had the best opportunity to pick up the 4th wicket. Just on the opening partnership, Tanzil Hassan and Liton Das last year, coincidentally, had the highest number of runs in this particular venue. And good to see Tanzil Hassan still continues, but unfortunately, Liton Das is the only batsman got out as an opening batsman.
Yeah, just on sixes, the most sixes in innings in this edition of the BPL. Sabbir Rahman, he's in the middle. We spoke about his 9 sixes. Liton Kumar also smacked 9 when he got that big 100. Overall, any idea overall who's hit the most sixes in BPL in one innings?
Is it a 𝗵𝗺𝗽𝐴?
Excellent,
Nope.
Good boys, good boys.
Has to be the man who calls himself Universe Boss.
Spot on. Hit 18 sixes in an innings of 146 not out of just 69 deliveries. Rangpur versus Dhaka, 2017. Shot. That is a beautiful shot. Talk about sixes right on the cue. There's another one.
Maybe Tanzil Hassan is short in size when you compare to Universe Boss. When he hits it, it stays it. Through the line, the length was full, and a very good shot. Universe Boss watching this coverage will be saying that's a good shot too.
And that was the final, Maha. That was the final between Rangpur and Dhaka, and he made his presence felt in a big way.
Last ball coming up. 2 is a call by Tanzil. And they settles for a single. 11 runs from that over. 10 overs gone. 66 for 3.
Going at 6.6 runs per over. Tanzil Hassan, Sabbir Rahman building up a partnership. They badly need one to continue for a while. Projected scores, well, they're not going to reach too many if they go at this rate. Got to step on the gas. Get things moving, take a few chances. With little tardy, the Fortune Barishal team in the field. 𝗂𝗳𝗓 just bowls one short enough for him to guide it to third man. Hello, Danny.
Afternoon, Shammers. It really is a delight to be back here in Chattogram these days, isn't it? Shame we can't call it the Gong anymore, Chittagong, but they are the Chittagong Kings, are they not, Shimon?
They are indeed, and you can keep them calling them Gong as long as you want to. Dhaka needs to get a move on. 𝗃𝗵𝗃𝗃𝗃 will be the important cog in the wheel now. Yes, squared him up. Just fold in, just come on to the bat.
Well, Shammers, you and I have been out in the centre here before the start of play. Fresh pitch. It's the start of the Bangladesh Premier League here. This venue. Chatters, we'll have to call it. But all seriousness, that pitch, I tell you, looks good. It's green, tinge of it, live grass, and just coming on nicely to the blade. Pace. Still fun. But yeah, I like what I was looking at, Shimon. That's what I wanted. I like what I saw from the 22 yards. Sun is out. I can understand why you want to bat first. Really good conditions overhead and surface, thinking the ball would come on quite nicely. He's worried not so much about the white balls going off the seam a bit, but certainly, given that the average first inning score last year is 184, it's a little bit different, the surface today.
I just waited for that to come on and hit it into the deep for a comfortable single. Yep, they've got to, because it's the first game here on this pitch, both sides will be looking at it, what purchase they can get, what swing they can get for the bowlers, for the batters, how it's coming on to the wicket. Definitely a little more encouragement for the bowling unit. Yeah, a lot of us were surprised with that decision to bat first, and has not really paid off. 𝗂𝗳𝗓 into his second over, is bowled tightly. Talk about accuracy, there's evidence of that. Coming back, nipping back into the right-handed batter, cramping him for space. 𝗃𝗵𝗃𝗃, usually a very, very attacking, forceful batter. He's only got 2 out of 6 balls that he has faced. I just feel something's gonna give here. They're going at 6.37. That's the field for him. Deep third, that could find deep cover and a mid-off on the offside. Long on mid-wicket and deep square and deep fine. Well, nicely tucked away, but once again a good delivery to finish the 11th over. 70 for 3. Well, Tanzid Hassan topping the table as the most run getter and the most six-hitter so far in the BPL 2025. Yasir Ali from Dubai, Rajshahi. Funny thing, these two are languishing at the bottom of the table. In addition to the sixes, they need some points.
Yes, something needs to change within that camp. There's a vibe and some mental positivity. Talk about mental positivity. Got all of this answer. It has gone all the way for the maximum.
Well, I have had enough of the waiting, says Shabir Rahman. A lovely shimmy of the foot, manner in which he played this. He just, look at that, left foot away and makes the space, gets bat and ball, and the contact. You could hear it as soon as you heard it. You knew it was going to go sailing away into the crowd. 6, first up, puts pressure on the bowler, Tanvir. And good comeback delivery, but equally good, just tucking the ball away. Single followed by a six followed by a single.
Tanvir will work on his plate now, isn't he? He has gone from a sixer, now a single. So, yeah, bowlers always have got to fight back because in terms of batting strike rate here.
Your wicket, Tanvir, your wicket!
Yeah, the quick boys have kept it at bay a bit, as you'd understand, wouldn't you, with a new ball inside the power play. You've got to go for it, but if you lose wickets, as we keep saying, Shaman, lose wickets inside the first 6 or 7 overs, it is challenging to get that strike rate up. Keep it up.
Yeah, absolutely. You really need to manufacture shots, take a few risks. Cannot die wandering. This guy doesn't normally. And he backs away. And now, where is this going? Oh dear. It's going to fall into the grasp of a fielder. Quite easily done. Trying to get a move on. Tanvir has the last laugh as he packs Shabbir Rahman away to the pavilion.
Oh, I'm absolutely gutted. The man with the eyes. I wanted to see a bit more of Shabbir Rahman teeing off, but not to be. Yeah, wanted to go onside into that favourite area. And in the end, David Milan. He'll gobble those every afternoon of the week. End of Sabir. A runnable 10. It's 78 for 4.
Once again, the captain comes in at a time of strife for the Dhaka Capitals. Lost their 4th wicket. Only 78 runs on the board. Now, is he going to go big? He has this tendency to take the attack to the bowlers. 1,178 runs. Look at the strike rate. And he'll need that in this innings to get them to a substantial total. But it's going to be a tough ask. Ball is doing a bit. Oh, worked away for no runs. To everyone's surprise here, Danny.
The length, I think, 𝗂𝗶𝗃 thought, yeah, this is here. But again, you're going quite a way across the line, and, well, there's the percentage risk taken. Hello, 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 and goodbye. TP, you have got to go back for an early shower, Chief.
This is just not on. Really, the captain should have played much more responsibility. He just took a fancy to Tanvir and hit it into the deep. His good catch taken, well judged by Shanto, right on the boundary. He wanted to tonk it away, got a lot of elevation, not the distance that was required to send it over. Just lined himself up and did take a reverse cup catch very comfortably. Well done. Much to the delight of Tanvir, who takes his 2nd wicket. Dhaka are tottering. Pereira goes without bothering the scorers. It's 78 for 5. Once again, the Dhaka Capitals looking down the barrel of a gun. 12 overs done, 78 for 5, just not on. deciding to bat first, haven't shown the resilience or the temperament. Went past the bat very quickly from Nabi. Well, that was a catch. Very irresponsible, Danny, from the skipper.
Well, as you should see it, he's the captain. Some batters, all-rounders, whatever you want to say, think that some bowlers just can't bowl to them. Pereira just likes to dine out against left-arm orthodox, but I think just size a skip. You're 40, what are they, 48, 78, sorry, 78 for 4. Now they're 78 for 5. Crazy.
Absolutely, I'd understand if it was just a couple of overs left and he needed to get a move on. There's so many overs in the innings left. Mosaddek Hussain now, hopefully, he will play a sensible knock. They just need someone to button down. Nicely worked away. Open his account. Tanzid is still there. This only saving grace. 42 of 32, and that's quick time too. But he was more selective of his shots. Got the right balls to hit away.
One more wicket, boys. One more wicket, boys.
Yeah, and then you size that situation up, don't you? And Pereira's played a lot of cricket. We all can appreciate that. You've got a mate at the other end, Tanzid, as you say too, Shams, that he just has to play for him. Have to build around a guy that's in and set. One of your openers, one of your top order, are set and going. Really have to have some sort of responsibility as a captain to hang around and play for the guy that's set and in.
Oh, he's backing away. The bowler saw him back away and zipped it in. Cramped him for space. This is intelligent bowling. Nabi's such a wily old customer, isn't he? Seen it all, done it all.
Yeah, lovely to see him here too, Bangladesh Premier League. I mean, we've gone about the 4 or 5 other leagues going on simultaneously around the globe. And here is the Afghan wizard. Such a tricky, wily customer. 13 done. It's 82 for 5.
Such a sorry sight for Dhaka Capitals supporters here in match number 21. First one in Chattogram this time around in the BPL. 43. Only lone man standing is Tanzid Hassan. He's played a very good knock. And when you see partners departing for the pavilion so often, you just don't know how to pace your innings. You're encumbered by the fact that you're not getting a partnership going, and you're not allowed to play your free-flowing shots. Trying to keep the whole thing glued together. Straight to the fielder.
As you expect, good numbers, even though it's the afternoon. Oh, standing on the older flyover. What a great little vantage point. A lot's gone on here, Shamim Chowdhury, since I was last here in 2019. Heck of a lot of construction with the highways, freeways, the flyovers. So, great little vantage point to watch the cricket.
And free of cost.
It's a good price.
Guides it nicely, but controlled shot. Let's just go back. Sorry to mention it, but the skipper, Pereira, 17-21. He got 103, would you believe it, against the Khulna Tigers. We're talking about the captain of Dhaka in this season. 0-1, 18-0 again. You have 100, it tells you your capability, and they still lost that game. But despite that, I mean, just the manner in which he's gone about approaching the innings is very, very irresponsible. Dhaka Capitals needed someone to show some more resilience, some more instinct as a captain. Has not happened with Thisara Pereira. Oh, now where's this going? There's a fielder trying to get to it. Oh my goodness, made a wonderful effort but I think that's been spilled. Yeah. And he can smile. He made a good effort. No question about that.
Well, the Capitals have had some help, haven't they? That's not the first one to go down. Hardly laid a hand on it. Oh, no. Who's the fielding coach for Barishal? It's gracious, man.
You want to volunteer?
I like it here with you, the AC.
Yeah, that's the third catch dropped. That's something that they'll have to work on. Despite the fact they're dominating proceedings, things could have been much worse for Dhaka Capitals. Good bowling, just back of length. Bowled to a nicety. Mondal bowls within himself. Not the paciest, that was only 108 clicks. So varies his pace. And you can hear Mushfiqur Rahim from behind saying, "Bhalo, bhalo, carry on the good work."
Look at that, 87 for 5. We're now just about had 14 done. About De Silva. Sri Lankan connection. We've had Pereira come and go. De Silva, Chattogram. I believe he's got a birthday tomorrow. Went against the bowler there, just sometimes a little bit too high. Mr. Sifiaku says no. Yeah, Chattogram, just saying Hasaranga, and you think of those two chaps? Hasaranga, yeah, his connection with the IL just up the road or across the way. Chattogram, I think he's 35 tomorrow.
He'd like to get at least 35 runs in this innings if he can, because they're running out of overs, still not in. But I tell you what, they have managed to stem the flow of runs. There was a period a couple of overs back, there was an effort to get things moving with that 6 from Shabir Rahman, but after his departure and the quick fall of Thisara Pereira, Dhaka really with the backs to the wall. Big struggle for them. It's a question of waiting for the ball to come on to you. Very well bowled. After 14, 89 for 5. .294 is what he has mustered into his 8th match, just 6 runs away from reaching the 300 mark. He's got the highest number of 6s too. I tell you what, he's not being allowed to play his natural game because of the regular fall of wickets from the other end. Well, he's trying his best. Skies it now. Another fielder. Right. Oh my goodness. Huge misunderstanding between the two of them. What could have been an opportunity has been muffed here.
I've got to stop chuckling here from the combox, because I tell you what, T20, I've seen this happen quite a lot of late. And you think out of the crowd, you can't blame anyone. Fielder coming around from mid-off, and then the guy running in from cover on the fence. Both the chaps are having a crack at each other. I can understand a little bit in the night sky, Shaman. You get the dark ceiling, as it were, pitch black, and the white ball. Sometimes a little difficult to judge the distance and the ball coming down and what have you. But this, very good catching, seeing conditions.
Couple of chances for Tanzid in 2 overs. He'll definitely take it. You've got to take up that job, Danny, as the fielding coach. You're really faltering.
You had enough of me already. I've only just got here, Shammers.
All right, we'll keep you on. We'll keep you on till then.
But yeah, tough. Look at the shaking of the head. Still miffed about things. That will be a talking point. The fielding, not just that incident, but the fielding in general here for the Barishal.
This rides that back of length bounce quite well. But riding the bounce and getting 3 of 7, it's not going to be enough. Mosaddek Hussain can play the big ball, can go for the big hits. Bowlers will be a little annoyed with the lapse in the field. And to deliver since the last boundary. Crowd will be hoping that the Dhaka team can make an effort, pull up their socks, go for it in the last 5 overs, which starts after 3 deliveries. Delicate, but still the single.
Yeah, fabulous to see that crowd, as say, building all the time, because match 21 now, then the evening game, the match 22, the home side, the Chittagong Kings up against the Khulna Tigers. That's, of course, tees off at 6:30 local time. So, again, the crowd will just keep building all the time. Winter sun, Mr. Sam, enjoying the climate. Very nice.
It's the weekend tomorrow, so they're ready to enjoy themselves in the evening. Lovely looking shot, but that is the 50. He deserves it. He's played a brilliant knock. And he thanks the Almighty, and he has appreciation from his teammates. Really, Lone Ranger. This is his second 50 in this edition of the Dutch Bangla Bank BPL. He has to stay till the end of the innings to give them some kind of runs on the board. Give the bowlers something to bowl at and try and defend. Mosaddek Hussain. Peeler going into the deep at mid-wicket. From deep fine leg from the boundary, there's one within the 30-yard circle. Anticipating a shot, a slug sweep maybe. No, all he can do is tuck it away. Excellent bowling continues for Barishal. After 15, 93 for 5.
Into the business end of this innings for Dhaka Capitals. Lost quite a few wickets in the middle. In the power plays, they lost 2, scoring 37. In 7 to 15, scored 56. Lost 3 wickets. Tanzir Hassan Tamim struck his second 50 of this BPL. Scored 100 as well. He's been the lone fighter for Dhaka Capitals in this innings so far. 50 of 39 balls. Mosaddek Hussain will take the strike against Tanveer Islam. Comes down the track, aerial, goes high, goes handsome, out of the ground. 6 of the first ball of the over. Pressure on the bowler.
Good strike. Good use of the feet as well. Knew exactly where he wanted to hit it. And they will need a few more of those to get to a respectable total.
Trying to make some room. Tanveer Islam does well to follow the batter, but not good enough. Given as wide down the leg side. That wide, 100 comes up for Dhaka Capitals. The last 6 hit by Mosaddek Hussain, 86 meters. It's a biggie. And looking to create some room. Aerial, straight to the fielder at cover. A soft dismissal by Mosaddek Hussain.
It was just a gentle chip to short extra cover. Didn't really go through with the shot. just scooped it up. That's just like catching practice. And that was so easy for Malan. He wasn't going to drop that.
After hitting that 6, Mossadegh Hossain departs after scoring 11. Dhaka 100 for 6. It's time for the players and match officials to have a strategic timeout. Dhaka Capitals kept losing wickets at regular intervals. They've just lost the wicket of Mossadegh Hossain. Tanzih Tamim playing the lone battle for Dhaka Capitals. Has been in terrific touch, scored 100 in the previous game and continues from where he left in the previous match. Played some gorgeous shots down the ground and also across both on the on and off side. Loves playing those down the ground. Bending those knees, struck his second 50 of this tournament. Preferred that onside region pretty well, scoring 36 of those on the leg side and also downtown, 21% of those. He needs to carry on if Dhaka Capitals wants to post a good total on the board. Farmanullah, the new batter for Dhaka Capitals. The best of 53 not out, strike rate 121. Goes for that big shot. That sounded good. That is a huge shot from Farmanullah Shafi. Gets off the mark with a gorgeous 6.
Just his second delivery. He's wasting no time. That was a good blow. Struck it well. He knows that his team is in a bad situation at the moment. So runs are of utmost importance.
Good comeback by Tanveer Islam. Played with soft hands, gets a single. Good cricket all around. The wicket of Mossadegh Hossain. It was a nothing shot in the end, Sir Curtly. Probably the idea was to play that over the fielder's head at cover. Not trying to hit that hard, just tried to time it, scooped it in the end, straight to the fielder, and Tanveer Islam obliges. Moves towards the offside, played on the on. Tanzih Tamim is not going to hold back. He needs to play a good knock, and he's joined the party alongside Farmanullah. Second 6 of the over, end of a big over for Dhaka Capitals, including a wicket. They are 113 for 6 after 16. Last over has been the biggest for Dhaka Capitals. However, they lost a wicket, but still Farmanullah Shafi and Tanzid Tamim struck 6 each in the previous over. The last ball of the previous over was hit by Tanzid Tamim. Farmanullah Shafi giving the strike back to Tanzid Tamim. Current run rate would take them to 141, and I'm sure they would love to post someone near 160, maybe 170.
Tanzid coming off a century in the last game, still showing good form. He's the only one keeping the batting together. Not much contributions from the other batters.
Fahim Ashraf onto his third over. How many drop catches have we witnessed today, Sir Curtly? From the Fortune Barishal fielders, that was Mohammad Nabi right at the start. And then was a sitter by 𝗂𝗃𝗃, known as a very good fielder. Had a few fumbles and missed opportunities, and also if Tanvir Islam could have grabbed that one, that could have been run out too. Quite a few missed opportunities. Was another one. Been a disappointing outing in the field, but still Fortune Barishal are making amends out of this game. They picked up 6 wickets. Dhaka Capitals are now struggling on 114. They need to grab those opportunities.
It's funny because there's so many missed opportunities, but yet still the score hasn't gone anywhere in terms of the Dhaka Capitals. So one wonders what the score would be like had they taken those opportunities. Could have been way less.
Aerial fielder at long on could only watch that go sail over for maximum.
Shortish delivery from Ashraf, and look at that. He's in such good form, Tanzid. Struck it well, high, hard and long, over long on. There was a fielder there, but he's just a mere spectator. 83 meters, that's a big one.
Goes down the track again. Wicketkeeper Mushfiqur Rahim celebrates as Tanzid Hassan Tamim tried to smash that coming down the wicket, getting that outside edge. Fahim Ashraf strikes for Fortune Barishal.
It's going to be very interesting if the Capitals can get to a decent total. Advancing down the wicket, and an easy catch to the keeper, Mushfiqur. He wasn't going to drop that. Ashraf celebrates. And we've seen that a couple of overs before. A 6 was hit, and then a wicket after. Hassan's good knock is gone. It's done. I beg your pardon. He's gone for 62. 120 for 7.
item over.
Dhaka Capitals lost the big wicket of Tanzid Hassan Tamim. Fahim Ashraf picking up his second wicket, removing the left-hander. Chaturanga De Silva walks into the middle and immediately goes off the mark, looking for the second, directed. Oh, I think he's done. It was a very good throw from the fielder and Mushfiqur Rahim does the red, but the umpires will still go upstairs.
TV umpire to director, we have a umpire's rule for run out at striker end. Can you show me the side on angle, please? Keep rolling. Still batsman outside the crease. Freeze it. Batter well outside and bails off. I am ready to make my decision in big screen.
Yeah, rocket out. OUT. Chaturanga De Silva walks back towards the pavilion. It's not the best of calling though. He departs after scoring just one. Dhaka Capitals 121 for 8. On the leg side, flick that away, and we'll get a boundary of the first ball of the over. Farmanullah Shafi looking good, struck a 6 and now a boundary of the very first ball of Ripon Mondal.
The reason Jayed is there is because of this. Guided down to a third man region. Second one was never on. And that was an easy decision for the umpire. Barely in the frame.
Pulled away. Fielder at deep mid wicket will cut it off. Yeah, it was a good throw from Ripon Mondal. The deep third region is bowling now, bowled well today. Onto his fourth over, picked up a wicket, gave away 19 runs. Abu Jaid Rahi, new batter for Dhaka Capitals. Yeah, batting has been a concern, but the interesting fact is, Curtly, 3 out of those 500s in this tournament has been scored by Dhaka Capitals team. But still, they go on to lose their first 6 matches. In fact, struggling with the bat today as well.
Very, very interesting, isn't it? You would figure if you've got a couple of centuries in the ranks, you'll probably be much higher in the table. They're not. In the air, and it's gone a mile. What a stroke by Farmanullah. Someone needs to play a cameo here to get the Capitals to a good total. Is he going to be the one?
And it has to be Farmanullah Shafi for Dhaka Capitals. Good swing of the bat. Takes that on the full. 6 number 350 in this edition of BPL. Young Ripon Mondal under some sort of pressure now. 90 meters, the last 6 hit by Farmanullah Shafi and skipper Tamim Iqbal. Goes for that wide Yorker. Good comeback. Yeah, the reason why I mentioned about Dhaka Capitals batting, Sir Curtly, in the last 7 matches, between 7 to 15 overs, they tend to lose 3 wickets. Scoring at a rate of just 8 runs per over. Even today, they lost 3 wickets between over number 7 to 15. That's a crucial phase of an innings.
something that they really need to look at and to work on. That's a crucial stage for sure.
Takes that on the full again. Farmanullah Shafi. Just a couple of bounds to the field at deep. Mohammad Nabi will cut it off, will only get a single. End of Ripon Mondol's spell. 1 for 27 from his 4 overs. Dhaka Capital 134 for 8. Dhaka Capitals losing wickets in clusters, kept losing at regular intervals, hurt the proceedings after Thisara Pereira winning the toss and opted to bat first. Fahim Ashraf onto his final over, wide to start with. It's been a good bowling display from Fortune Barishal, Sir Curtly.
They certainly have bowled well. A situation where they kept the pressure. And when you build pressure, batters will have to find a way to score. Hence, they kept losing wickets at regular intervals. The pressure is taking its toll. Well, not taking a single there. Farmanullah probably saying that he will take every delivery if possible. It's strange, but we've seen it time and time again.
Farmanullah Shafi looking really good. 20 of just 10 deliveries. He's got a short fine leg and short third in place. Goes for that wide Yorker. Nicely bowled by Fahim Ashraf. Pace bowling has been a concern for Fortune Barishal prior to this game. They had the likes of Shaheen Shah Afridi. He's gone now. The likes of Ripon Mondol coming in today, bowled really well. Fahim Ashraf and then Jahandat Khan. They complemented each other.
Good crowd in for this game. Very, very colourful.
Again, eyeing to bowl that wide Yorker. Missed his line and length completely. Second wide off the over. 10 extras given so far.
Very wide indeed. Maybe, just maybe, he needs to change the angle and probably go over the wicket, so he can start deliveries more on the stumps. Trouble here, and it's gone. Too easy. Farmanullah was never interested in the second run. And Jayed, what a way to go. Very soft dismissal.
Chooses the call immediately by Abu Jayed, and he never looked at the fielder. Just took off. Lack of common sense. Abu Jayed Rahi walks back after scoring just one. Dhaka Capitals 137 for 9. The last man for Dhaka Capitals, Mustafizur Rahman, walks into the middle. As he's here because of an unnecessary run out by Abu Jayed Rahi. And he gives the strike back to 𝗵𝗏𝗄𝐴. Was never in the cards, Sir Curtly.
That was really uncalled for. Wasn't smart cricket on the part of Zahid. And if you're just joining us, the Dhaka Capitals, they've won the toss and electing to bat first. And they have struggled throughout the innings. 1 wicket remain, 138 on the board. They certainly are struggling to get a respectable total. No momentum whatsoever.
Mustafizur Rahman, best of 21, known mostly for his bowling prowess. Take the strike of the last ball of Fahim Ashraf, bowled really well, 2 for 23, last ball of his spell. And he finishes up with a dot ball. 2 for 23 from his 4 overs. Dhaka Capitals 139 for 9 after 19. All the bowlers contributed, even those who didn't pick up wickets, like Jahandad gave away 15 runs from his 3 overs. So does Nabi, 29 from his 4 overs. 3 wickets for Tanveer Islam. Fahim Ashraf picked up 2. Jahandad to bowl the final over. Straight to the fielder at cover. 𝗵𝗏𝗄𝗽𝗄𝐴 left to take the strike in the final over.
It has been a real struggle for the Dhaka Capitals. Apart from Tanzid, who got a half century, no other batter really contributed. Pamunura trying his best to get them to a decent total. 22 or 15 at the moment, 4 deliveries to go. He needs a couple of boundaries. Touch and go. Just on that blue line.
Takes that on the full again. 𝗵𝗏𝗄𝐴 straight to the fielder. Mahmudullah juggles a bit, but in the end holds on to it. Jahandad picked up his man, removing 𝗵𝗏𝗄𝐴, the last batter for Dhaka Capitals, as they go on to bundle out for 139 with 3 balls to spare.
Another fumble, but this time Mahmudullah held on a second attempt. Fortune Barishal haven't fielded well today. Too many missed opportunities. The toss was struck, and struck with some degree of power. Into the hands, then out, and then on the second attempt. Smiles all around.
Yeah, it's been a disappointing show with the bat for Dhaka Capitals. Apart from Tanzid Tamim, 62, none of the batters were able to make an impact. 𝗵𝗏𝗄𝗽𝗄𝐴 scoring 22 of 16 at the end, helping Dhaka Capitals to post 139 before being all out. Been a very good performance with the ball for Fortune Barishal, Tanveer Islam 3 for 39, Fahim Ashraf 2 for 23, a wicket each for Mahmudullah, Mondal and Jahandad. Yeah, it's been a slow start from the two in-form openers. 𝗃𝗃𝗃 started off from where he left. 𝗵𝗏𝗃𝗃 also lucky at times, played some glorious shot before being caught behind by 𝗵𝗺𝗺𝗀. Good catch taken behind the stump. Monim Sharia struggled right away and was taken brilliantly by Mahmudullah Riyad. Quite a few lusty blows, but a few drop catches as well. That was a shocker by Tawhid Ridoy. Has got quite a few catches today and also hold on to it. Couple of occasions. Tanzih Tamim has been the pick of the batters for Dhaka Capitals. Other than that, has been a struggle for Dhaka Capitals after Thisara Pereira opting to bat first here in Chattogram and holds on at the boundary line at the bowling of Tanveer Islam. Couple of lusty blows and a few drop catches. As I mentioned, Tanzih Tamim scored his second 50 of the tournament, scored 100 in the previous game. That was a soft dismissal by Mosaddeq Hussain. Farmanullah Shafi striking some lusty blows. Tanzih Tamim departed after scoring team high total of 60-odd runs. That was the run out of Chaturanga de Silva. Was never there. A very good throw by 𝗵𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗀, and Mushfiqur Rahim does the rest. There's another run out, pretty unnecessary in the end. Abu Jaid took off for the second run, which was never there. Farmanullah Shafi, the last batter to be dismissed, caught well at the deep by Mahmudullah. Yeah, 140 is the target for Fortune Barishal to clinch their fourth win in this tournament. And we'll take a short break and we'll come back with the chase.
Welcome back to 𝗬 𝗦𝗽𝐶 Stadium in Chattogram. Game between Fortune Barishal against Dhaka Capitals. Match number 21. Batting first, Dhaka Capital after winning the toss are bundled out for 139 in 19.3 overs. Return 𝗃𝗃 opened the innings. Return started well but could not get going. Apart from Sabir Rahman and Farmanullah, no one else got to the double figures. Tanzid Hassan, the lone warrior, scored 62 in 44 deliveries. 6 bowlers was used by Fortune Barishal, except Tanvir Islam. Others have been very, very economical. Even Tanvir Islam picked up 3 wickets. Chahandat bowled really well, economy of 4.29. Overall, a brilliant effort with the ball by Fortune Barishal. But in the field, they were not up to the mark. There were some drop catches, some fielding errors. But they are the halfway mark, I'm sure Fortune Barishal will be the happier side. Let's say a very good afternoon to Athar Ali Khan.
Good afternoon, Parvez Maharouf. Yes, but even though they were not really great in the field, they still restricted the strong Dhaka Capitals for a mere 139 bowled out inside the 20 overs. So target for them is 140. Yeah, the innings really never got off the mark. I mean, the best partnership was the opening partnership between Liton Kumar Das and Tanzid Hassan Tamim, which was worth 31 runs, and there's nothing. Lone warrior, as you pointed out, Tanzid Hassan Tamim, once again very good with the bat, but he just couldn't find anybody to hang around with him. 62 of 44, I thought he played a really good knock, because it's not a kind of pitch where you'd go and see big scores, especially today, because the ball is a little bit of grip, not coming on to the bat, so it's not easy scoring, rather looking to score quickly in terms of boundaries.
Sort of a tennis ball bounce with the new ball. I thought Dhaka Capitals read the pitch wrong. When I say pitch wrong, not the overall side, the batters. They were trying to go hammer on tongue from the first ball. This is a surface you need to spend a little time in the middle. Get yourself in, and then reap the rewards later. 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 will have his work cut out. Remember, first 6 game lost, the next he won. Now the consistency coming into the 8th game. Hometown hero hails from Chattogram. 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 recently retired from international cricket. Brilliant numbers. Strike rate of 125 on his day. He will be a handful. I'm sure relieved from international duties. He will enjoy his cricket even more. Najmul Hossain Shanto, the white ball skipper, opening the batting. Hasn't had the big scores in the BPL yet, and this is a golden opportunity. Get himself in and got a good score in. With the new ball is the Fizz. Mustafizur Rahman playing his 78th game, economy of 7.16. Is that brilliant? He'll be up against Tamim Iqbal, a slip, a short, third man in place, short extra cover, slightly deeper short extra cover as well. Mid off, cow point are the fielders, deep cow point are the fielders in the offside. Short fine leg, mid on, and deep square leg are the 3 fielders in the leg side. Here comes the first ball. Away movement outside edge, and short third man straight into the game.
Yeah, I feel on this kind of a surface, Mustafizur Rahman, if he can get it right, if Fizz can get it right, he can be a serious threat. It's not a big total. It's a total that would not make them happy, but if they pick up early wickets, then certainly be coming back into this game, because 139, not a big total at all.
I totally agree with you, Athar. Only way Dhaka Capitals can win this game by not restricting, I would say, by bowling the opposition out. Just a strong batting lineup, Fortune Barishal. With the new ball, couple of wickets, anything can happen.
Certainly.
Swing again, good shot. Found the fielder at sweeper cover. Off the mark, Fortune Barishal and Tamim Iqbal.
Yeah, he's been in good touch also. Tamim Iqbal Khan. What a great ambassador he has been for Bangladesh. One of the finest Bangladesh produced. The fans will miss him. But they'll still be keeping an eye on this game because they'll be hoping that he continues to bat and bat well. Also, Nazmul San Shanto.
Off the mark, Shanto as well. We mentioned about Tamim Iqbal carrying the burden of the country. Millions of people's hopes in his shoulders for such long years with dignity, with good performances. Now, next generation player like Shanto. What opportunity.
And to be able to bat with Tamim Iqbal, as a batter, you understand the mindset, how he himself prepares before the game, and how he handles himself right at the top of the order. Now have a look at that shot. Have a look at that shot. That is a gorgeous looking cover drive. Now that's Tamim Iqbal Khan for you.
Classical. Mustafizur Rahman is doing the right thing. He's pitching it up, getting some swing, hoping that Tamim Iqbal will nick one of these. Oh, what a shot, middle of the bat. Got to be said, the short extra-cow fielder should have done much better. Probably the awkward bounce, awkward length where the ball pitched was the downfall. But a very good shot to get Tamim Iqbal going. He will enjoy the rest of his career. Carried the burden of the country for so many years. Now, go out there, enjoy your time. Again, driven down the ground, straight to the bowler. First over gone, 6 for no loss. Almost 400 games for Bangladesh. These are brilliant numbers for opening batsmen. High score of 206 in Test cricket, 158 in ODIs, and he has a century also in T20 internationals. A brilliant servant, an ambassador for cricket.
Yeah, he caught the eye of many, even when he was very young. Its promise was apparent when the batting for the under-19s against England at the end of 2005. Tamim Iqbal Khan, he smashed 112 from just 71 deliveries to help Bangladesh cruise to victory. He's definitely regarded as one of the best and the most exciting when he started playing prospect, and you can see those numbers.
Abu Jawad with the new ball, straight away slapped. Yeah, straight to the extra-cow fielder, coming round the wicket, trying to cut the angle. Abu Jawad. Very expensive economy rate, 8.38. And he'll have his work cut out against two quality left-handers. Both are willing to attack. At the moment, both are moving their feet really well, being busy. No slip in place. Nice balls, swing back into the left-hander.
Yeah, Tamim Iqbal Khan from Chattogram comes from the cricket family. His brother 𝗃𝗵𝗃 𝗂𝗽𝗂, former international, who's also in the ranks of Fortune Barishal, the management, and obviously his uncle Akram Khan, who went on to win the ICC trophy, the unbeaten champions, to go and made Bangladesh qualify to play the World Cup. The runs in the family and nicely tucked away, and he's got numbers to show what he has done for his country. And whenever you speak about Tamim Iqbal Khan, the first thing that comes to a lot of people's mind, including me, is when he went down the wicket and smashed Zahur into the second tier in 2007. World Cup. There he is. He has got all the stats there. I hope it's correct. But thank you. Definitely. Thank you, Tamim Bhai. We will miss you. For sure.
In the air, straight to the cow point fielder, deep, and takes it. Nazmulhassan Shanto trying to advance and go extra cover. He has been having a quiet BPL, and it continues to today with him being taken easily at deep cow point.
Yeah, he bowled well in the last match also, Abu Jahid Rahi. And this time, probably just a little touch wide. He really went after it, getting the toe end of the bat. Tanzid Hassan judging it too very nicely in the end. Well taken. Shanto goes early, gone for 2. Barishal 8 for 1.
And David Malan, English cricketer, replacing 𝗂𝗃𝗃 in this side at number 3. This is experience for you. Nazmulhassan Shanto this season has been lacking runs. This will be a concern for not only for Fortune Barishal, but for the national side as well, with all important ICC Champions Trophy coming up. And Abu Jahid, he's been very good with the new ball. {869 | 869 } runs, strike rate of 131.5. Straight away advancing down the track, and I've been told he's already played for 5 different franchises in the BPL.
Yeah, he enjoys coming here, enjoys his cricket, and he's played some very good knocks also. But one thing for sure, when they ended up scoring 139, they would have discussed what are the lowest totals at this venue, which has been defended in BPL. 126 for 6 by Dhurantara Shahi versus Chittagong in 2012 was defended. Off the mark. 137 by Khulna in 2012, again defended. Come back to that after the second over. It's 10 for 1. Yeah, when you put in a total of 139, then the question arises, can this be defended? If you're a Dhaka Capitals fan, Fortune Barishal will be very happy to see them getting bowled out for 139. And lowest total defended in BPL, especially at this venue, has been 2, which will generate a little bit of interest for Dhaka Capitals. 126 was defended and 137 was defended.
In the air, bit of backtracking. Oh, just quietly. Fielder at mid-off thought he's in the game, but Tamim Iqbal got plenty of bat to it. Sabir Rahman is a very good fielder, but he evaded him.
Yeah, again, it's not a surface where if you're not pitched to the pitch of the delivery, you'll still not be able to get hold of it. He's lucky on that occasion because it's gone over the top of the infield. It's a kind of a surface that you have to be spot on when you're aiming to play a few shots.
Oh, beaten all ends up. That moved away from the left-hander at the last second.
You got to get a slip in place here. You're looking to pick up early wickets. There is a bit of a help for the bowlers here. That's the reason why Dhaka Capitals ended up scoring 139. They've already picked up a wicket. Have a look at this delivery. beautifully bowled. You're trying to play it on the onside to get past outside part of the bat. That's one of the reasons why I feel that a slipper might be a good idea.
Swing again. This time it's too full. Rahman does well to get to that. And I think Mustafizur is trying to do the right thing. Pitching it up. Is trying to get the ball away. And I totally agree with you, Athar. Slip in place for Tamim Iqbal. It's going to be very, very important. Seamers in the power play. BPL. There's other wickets options. It's everywhere. Most of the time, the 6 to 8 meter have been quite good. And I thought the 8 meter to halfway was quite effective up in Dhaka. So plenty of bounce. That's a good shot. Very good shot. Mustafiz trying to get the ball swinging away from middle stump. The only thing he found was the middle of the bat of Tamim Iqbal.
Yeah, the length was a little bit fuller this time around, and it is a crisp shot of his legs. Oh, that is a brilliant shot. Lovely wrist work. And I knew that it was going to the boundary because he hardly ran. What a lovely shot that is from Tamim Iqbal Khan. Just leans into it. Good piece of timing.
Sweet piece of timing by Tamim Iqbal. Does look really good from the word go. Shot again. Thisara Perra is at mid-on. Does the fielding. Did well, Thisara, to get down in time.
2 cages.
A beautiful part of the world. Port City. Last time when David Malan played at the this particular, beg your pardon, not the last time, 5 years ago when he played, he scored 100 here. 100 out in 54 deliveries. 2019, so he'll have definitely happy memories. And batsmen are like elephants, they remember all these little records. And I'm sure David Malan would be. Thisara Perra does the fielding again to end the third over. 18 for 1.
18 for 1. Dhaka Capitals were 22 for no loss. But then after that opening partnership, it really fell apart. Yeah, batters do remember good things. And when you go to a particular venue where you've done well, especially in the last time that you've been out to, certainly will refresh Malan's memory for sure. You already pointed out that he smashed an unbeaten 100 of just 54 deliveries. That was way back in 2019. Doesn't really matter how long the wait is, but when you're there, you know, you can sense it that yes, I've done so much on this surface. Let me see whether I can get another innings of note here. It's been an impressive performance from Fortune Barishal, first with the ball.
David Malan is filling a big boots of Kyle Mayers. Was left a mark, betting at number 3, massive sixers. I mean, David Malan, if my memory serves me right, a couple of years ago, he was a world #1 T20 batter in T20 internationals. So he's no mark with the bat. He knows the art of batting in T20. And he last played in the BPL a couple of years ago. And what a mark to make today. Making his comeback after 2 years. Relatively a low score to chase it down. So I'm sure the big Englishman will want a 56 not out. Finish the game. I mean, if you bowl like that, easy pickings for players like David Malan.
Yeah, Malan is not going to miss on that. I mean, even though there was a fielder inside the circle at short fine, but drifting down the leg side, so asking for trouble. 4 wide. No, there was a sound. That's what we felt, that there was a bit of a bad, but yeah, way down the leg side, so he's been signaled a wide.
That was a big sound came out the last delivery, even we thought, I thought it was off the bat. Umpire's got it wrong. Beg your pardon, umpire's got it right. 4 wides. I got to put the when it comes to the earplug, the stumps mic down a little bit. Got a huge deflection. Nevertheless, he's a player. Once he gets in, Malan and Tamim, both of them, quality international players. Low ball down the leg side. Tamim Iqbal missed the placement. Found the field at short fine leg.
Well, the idea from Abu Jahid is to, what we have seen in this over so far, he's been drifting down the leg side. He needs to be on the track, on that kind of a track. Straight, full, on stumps. You know, the elevated expressway from the airport to the hotel was magnificent.
Thanks to you and Shami, we got a police convoy as well. Shot. Unlucky Tamim Iqbal. The pads, but just found the field at square leg.
I don't think so, that's the right line. I'm sure 𝗃𝗃 would be asking his bowlers to be somewhere around the off-stump line. And then obviously asking for a wicket or two. They've managed to pick up a wicket, but they need more wickets. Yes, it's not been easy batting here. Required 100, just under 7 runs in an over.
Ball and misfield at short extra cover. Finishes the 4th over with a boundary. 31 for 1. Barishal need 109 in 16 overs, 96 deliveries to be exact. It's been a steady start so far, 4 overs, 31 for 1. And Dhaka Capitals have to be fielding well, not like this. It's the second time boundary has been gifted. Not good enough when you're trying to defend a mediocre score. Fortunately, this has to be stopped.
Yeah, we saw when Fortune Barishal were fielding, there were a bit of colour in the field, and now it's Farmanullah who's now coming to the attack, getting the one let past him, because he should have stopped that for sure. 5 wickets at economy of just under 9 runs in an over, best of 2 for 26. They need wickets here. I think seamers will also need to figure out to bowl those cutters, because this pitch has something to offer.
Farmanullah up in Sylhet, he was getting some good bounce in the last game. Dhaka Capitals won against Rajshahi. And in this surface, the pitch will allow if you bowl on a good length and if you put good effort. 𝗃𝗃 needs wicket, and Farmanullah can get the ball in the right length and put some effort to extract that extra bounce. It will be a handful. Good to see Mushikur back after the finger injury. When I say back, keeping wickets. The slight concerns in the last couple of games.
They've got such a strong batting lineup. Fortune Barishal will be a wide. And if you have that sort of a side, you'd it looks a serious threat, but the problem is that they've already lost 2 matches to the same opposition, to Rangpur Riders. I mean, have a look at this batting lineup. Tamim, Shanto, Malan, Hridoy, Mushfiqo, Mahmudullah, Nabi, Ashraf. It just keeps on going.
Shot again, missed out. Was asked to be put away. Digged in shot, did not get up, and David Malan is unhappy.
There was a look of surprise from him because he knew the ball was short, but it didn't come as he had expected it. He goes underneath it. Again, you need to be a little bit extra watchful, especially on this kind of a surface. Fine, you're missing out, but you don't want to get out.
Down the leg side again. Much better length, but the line got to be slightly towards the off stump. Follow the 4th arm stump. And where Farmunullah will be also on his back of his mind, he knows 3rd man, fine leg both in the circle. Has to bowl straighter.
And that's going pretty straight. Yeah, I mean, when you're looking to defend a low total, you don't really want to have too many extras. They've already bowled 7 wides. They've got to start showing a little bit better discipline. They're not learning.
Three wides from this over. First because of the height. The other 2 down the leg side. The previous over, last ball, misfielded, went for a boundary. 𝗃𝗃𝗃 needs inspiration from somewhere. Before the 7th game, we spoke about Dhaka Capitals needs one of them to step up. Tanzil Hassan, Liton Das did it. They managed to beat Rajshahi, won their first game. Winning this occasion, I just feel, looking at the body language of all the players for Dhaka in the middle, they're just going through the motions. They're waiting for something or someone to put a hand up and do something special. This is where even 𝗃𝗃𝗃 as a skipper has to be the inspiration and making sure he motivates his team.
And especially the ones who are fielding inside the circle need to be a little bit more chirpy. Need to back the bowlers up. They need to go and, you know, be a little bit louder when they're clapping and been very, very quiet inside the circle. Doesn't really pass a strong message. Because you, as a bowler, you need encouragement because he's trying his best to pick up a wicket or bowl dot deliveries. 35 for 1. They need support. Another big fan base for the man on screen, Liton Kumar Das. What a knock he played the other night. A smashing knock, 125, an unbeaten 125.
That's better. Much better length, much better line. To summarize, whatever we said, Athar, it's about the energy. Show some energy, everybody, make it a war zone for the batters in the middle. Have a talk among the players, be energetic. Throw a couple of deliveries whistling past the batsman's head if you have to. Show the aggression. Don't say it unfortunately. Just going through the motions and hoping a batsman will do a mistake and get out. Not good enough at this level. Wide down the leg side. Coach said did well to hold on to it.
And that is a brilliant take. That could have gone to the boundary had he not collected it because the fielder was inside the circle at short fine. It's a very good take. Yeah, applauded, nicely applauded by the skipper. But again, a very poor line. And Tamim Iqbal misses out. All he had to do is get the bat onto the ball. It would have been a boundary.
Shot, just a single. Eventually, 5th over comes to an end, which had 10 deliveries, 38 for 1.
expecting that after a one bounce.
102 runs needed from 90 balls. Should be simple enough. Fortune Barishal not having a huge total to chase. Made it seem easy, taking their time, not really rushed into anything. Chattogram de Silva, 11 wickets so far, his 19th match of his BPL career. Wants to take a couple of wickets to add to that tally very, very quickly. They sure do. The local boy, Tamim Iqbal. Got to break this partnership. Oh, now that's up in the air. And it's gone for just the 4 runs. I thought that was going a little further. But welcome to the middle.
Yeah, good to see you very excited as ever, Chowdhury, because this is an exciting stroke. Calculated, down on one knee, a little bit top edge-ish, but no one was back there for this. He hasn't quite got it where he wanted to, as Tamim. Got it well enough. Again, fast outfield, not the biggest boundary going around, and very, very comfortable boundary.
Oh, sent back with a big no, and Tamim listened to his partner wisely. Tampered back.
See how De Silva goes here. You've got the lefty up against the left-handed batter. Imagine Tamim, he'll be looking. Leg side, just pop that top edge sweep away, but also that one at straight mid-wicket. It's friendly and that's too easy, but just wonder whether that Shimim. Lovely little arc there. What a huge risk factor when it's usually the other way around, is a right arm off spin to a right hand batter, so you reverse that in the mirror and you that sort of matchup. Tamim will like that. They like it too.
David Malan's going to fancy his chances too. On the left-hander. And now that is very, very fortunate. Got a couple of wides, I think signaled by the umpire. We'll wait and see for confirmation. I think it was. Yeah, there it is.
Well, Malan was looking after the stroke was played. Interesting, this is gone. I just thought that was maybe a deflection there. Something on that down the line, that previous delivery, Shimon, because come down was done. Didn't go for 4.
Worth another look at that's one tucked around the corner. But that is the completion of the power play, 47 for 1.
Yeah, we
It's been comfortable here in Chattogram for the Fortune Barishal team. 47 for 1, no problems. Just lost the wicket of Najmul Hussain Shanto. Signal from umpire Yaqub for the next phase of play. So, a couple of balls ago, Danny, what do you reckon what happened here?
correct in terms of on a Razaman, he said, yeah, it's a wide, it's just ripped a fraction. The pitch. The wides, and rightly so, yeah. I thought it was deflection. No.
𝗂𝗃𝗀𝗀 and Milan taking it easy at the moment. A good ball from Mujahid. Just a dab away for a single. Just feel they're not in a hurry, looking to just comfortably chase down that target. No rush.
Very disappointing from the Capitals, given that Pereira was keen to go up front with the blades and bat first and put a total on the score. I can understand. Mentioned that at the start of the innings. Conditions superb, sun out and everything. Fresh pitch. Only look, the asking's under sevens. Barishal, and they're only one down. So, yeah. Pulse in the park, Shimon.
That's delightful. Just so pleasing to the eye. The classic drive, and gets 4 runs for it quite comfortably.
Yeah, the 50 comes up for the Barishal franchise. Fortune Barishal, and fortunately for 𝗃𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗃, all the way along the carpet. Very nice indeed, sir.
So he waits for it to come onto the bat and just nudge it away for a single.
Think about the first 6 overs and flashing blades and everyone in a bit of a hurry. Only man to fall so far, Shorturl. Get going, but I tell you what, these two left-handers have got a nice little platform. 𝗃𝗃𝗀𝗃 is approaching 30. 𝗬𝗏𝗏, he's happy to play second fiddle here. Just the 1-4. He's got a dozen to his name. Settle in here and get his first innings under his belt here for the season.
Oh, now thrown the bat at it, got the outer edge, and it went off to the boundary in a hurry. Not in absolute control, but he'll take it.
The width there from Ojai. 𝗬𝗏𝗏 says, well, I'm sorry. You give me a bit of width there. I'm going to flash and flash hard. Yes, up and over. Tasty for 4.
Already a big over, 10 so far. Make that 11, which brings up the 50 partnership. End of the 7th over, it's 58 for 1. Well, Dhaka won the toss, decided to bat. Didn't work for them. Tanzid was the lone ranger with 62 of 44. A little bit of help down the order by Farmanullah, but that was about it. Oh, nice. You know who they were chanting for? Barishal 58 for 1. 𝗬𝗏𝗏, a touch fortunate, I thought, Danny boy, in that the wide that was given, the keeper just got the ball on the fingertips. Half a chance of getting him stumped because he was down the wicket. Oh, pick up, thank you, and goodbye into the stands. Can't do that, can't give him that kind of a long hop.
No, you can't. Farmanullah, you're going to disappear every afternoon to this fella. Started to get the feel for the surface as 𝗬𝗏𝗏. Settling in, 𝗃𝗵𝗏's playing a nice little hand at the other end, so it's allowed Milan just a little bit more time to get settled here. 2 4s and a maximum now, so he's 23 from 17. He wasn't striking at 100. All of a sudden, he's just had that boundary and a 6 now. Changed the complexion of his strike rate.
That has been the whole difference in, as we look at the boundary, 6 fours and a 6. They're trying to get the ball back from the crowd. Might need to change balls. They're not getting it back. Souvenir.
I recall that. That happens a lot here, doesn't it? They just don't get the ball back.
Just vanishes.
And not a cheap exercise, I promise you. They're worth about $130 US or something. Ridiculous. Give me the ball back. We want to play.
Will a change of balls make a change of luck for the bowling unit? Amanullah has been tad expensive, going at 11.14 economy. Just making sure that he knows which angle the bowler is coming at him. Round. There's the over the wicket delivery to him. It just changed his angles. Just managed to stem the flow of runs for a while. He's got a new ball in his hand. Maybe a better grip on it. Not that there's been an effect of any dew, because it is a day game. The bowlers have not been able to make any kind of impression on the batters. Target is just 140. Waits into the deep. Protection there.
It's been handed 𝗂𝗏-𝗂𝗀, who's played for 5 franchises here since 2016. Barishal Bulls, that's what they were named back then. Now the Fortune Barishal, 2016. 𝗂𝗏 Titans there back in 2019. 𝗂𝗏 Warriors following year in 2020, just before COVID. But 𝗂𝗏 in 2023. And now for Fortune Barishal as David Malan. Good stuff in terms of being on the road. I think our colleagues before us, Mrs. Mr. Maharoof, saying in terms of this fellow being the #1 T20 player, the ability to open the innings for England and be around and play a long hand is so crucial. And he's just so sensible, very calculated as Malan. Knows his game very well and worked around and played a lot of franchise stuff, Shamim. Just mentioned the 5 franchises now, but the 4 before that, in terms of his experience gained around the world. Franchise T20, very good.
Well, it has been a cruise for Fortune Barishal, though. Those are cargo ships out in the calm waters of the Bay of Bengal. Oh, guided it late and straight to the 3rd man fielder. Just the single. Still a big over. 10 from it after 8. 68 for 1. No surprise, most runs for Fortune Barishal, 190 for 𝗂𝗏. Kyle Mayer's got 163, but he's off. 𝗂𝗏 has got an opportunity to build on those runs. What a pretty side. Real calm waters. Been a struggle to create any kind of ripple. John Kumar Das, tad disappointing today. A lot of expectation with the bat. That is nicely done. It was travelling, very well fielded.
And De Silva swaps ends here. He's our media end. He's going to the pavilion end where the players change and have their dugouts. So just
something a little different because they're absolutely cruising here at Barishal. See if he can get straight. I've said this and say it all the time, don't we? Get one, you get two maybe. Certainly need a little cluster here to the Capitals if they want to get back in the contest.
Doesn't seem to be making any impressions on the batters at all. They're coming across, just making changes in the field, asking 𝗃𝗃𝗃 and the umpires getting into it for some reason now. Shabir Rahman is a little annoyed with the batter. Hey, he was quite a bit away from the batter, so must have said something quite loudly.
The spice over the years, Tamim and Shabir? Stuff go on with it? Tell me, Shams.
Not quite sure, actually. Shabir can be feisty, no question about that. Reverse, oh, nice adjustment. Don't have to power everything, just the delicate touches. Rahi did well to get to that. I'm sure the umpires are going to have a quick look at that one. Boundary check, maybe?
What happened?
Yeah, definitely. He left it quite late, didn't he, Rahi, to get down and slide.
If I was serious, you know what happened last game. Otherwise, I could have walked it. Go towards.
Right, runs. That's what it is. Save the boundary, that's for sure. That's the essence of the game. You get a good delivery, even though you're in a mood when you're out to attack virtually everything, but you pay respect to that good delivery, which the batters in the other team did not. Another one, reverse, fine. That's going to go away, racing away to the boundary.
Bit of willow on that. It's again, great delivery, it has to be said. It's just got low full toss, is it? Look at this from 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃. Yeah, look, he's missed his mark by some margin. Just a little flick. That's all it takes. Understandably with Milan and Tamim, very adept at those sort of easy flicks and dabs, and skipper happens to be a Sri Lankan as well, says to his countrymen. Chatters, what is going on there, Chief?
Oh, now overcompensates and bowls it so wide. Come on, 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃. You've got to do better than that.
Excited about his birthday tomorrow, Shimon.
Well, if he needs to party, he needs to bowl well.
He's thinking about the party. That's the problem. It's not till tomorrow with you.
Oh, no. Well, that could have gone down leg. It's a bit of bat on it. And the amble single. 9 overs done. 77 for 1. There's going to be a little bit of a rest for the players in the middle because the signal is for strategic timeout. First game here in this Dutch Bangla Bank BPL match number 21. Dhaka winning the toss, deciding to bat. Maybe that was not the right decision because they folded, except for Tanzid 62 of 44. Good riposte by Barishal. Next match coming up in the evening is match number 22. Khulna Tigers versus the local boys, Chittagong Kings. We'll have a full house for that. Starts at 6:15. Game starts at 6:30 in the evening here in Chattogram. Already here in numbers. It's been a quiet match so far. Hoping that there's some fireworks and some big hitting in the next game. Because we've seen all that in Dhaka and Sylhet, haven't we, Danny?
Yes, Sylhet was very impressive, particularly the lights. It really did favour the batters. They dined out. At the side here, that's coming second, the Delhi Capitals, and that 241 run opening stand they put on was 254 the total, but certain Lytton Das lit up Sylhet not that long ago. So you're disappointing for him. He didn't get any runs today. But I do, Shimon, I do understand with Pereira saying, well, look, a bit of green in it, but it's not really going a lot off the straight. It's not scary. Should just slide on. It's traditionally been a very good batting surface here. In terms of some stats and what have you, the day game, first innings score, average is 184, so it can be a high-scoring ground. And Pereira was hoping his batters would do that this afternoon, but not.
Well, he'll have to do something to change the fortunes of his team. He's been trying that reverse. Eventually, he has to opt for some more orthodox into position very early. You have to premeditate when you're reversing, trying to reverse. Mosaddek Hussain, 30 wickets so far in his BPL career. He at times is known to be a man with the golden arm. Tends to break partnerships on occasions. His team will badly need them to break this partnership of 70 or 52. Well, let's not forget zero waste zone in the eastern gallery of the Zahur Chowdhury Stadium here in Chattogram, in collaboration with the Ministry of Environment. This initiative promotes eco-friendly practices to safeguard our planet. Additionally, BCB has partnered with the social enterprise 𝗿𝗺𝗪𝗏. Oh, that's a nice name for waste management and recycling during the tournament. In Sylhet alone, they collected around 320 kg of recyclable waste in just 3 days. They'll continue this effort throughout the BPL. It's a truly commendable initiative by the BCB. Not in a hurry, Barishal. But you know what? I feel that the authority with which they batted, just make a move on. Talk about the net run rate at the end of the tournament. A net run rate might be required. So the larger your margin of defeat, might be difficult for the team losing, but will be beneficial to the team winning.
It does come down to that a lot, doesn't it, in franchise tournaments? The old NRR. Net run rate. At the moment, they're just happy to get the win. We've had 10 overs here, and Barishal 84 for 1 now.
And that's what they have done, Fortune Barishal. started with a winning campaign, but they've lost to, I've mentioned they lost two, and to the same opposition, Rangpur. The last one would have hurt them. So they scored 190 plus. 26 required of the last over. And Chauhan smashed 30. Right. 𝗬𝗂𝗃𝗧, 70 wickets for him, and they need wickets. They're cruising along at the moment, 84 for 1. They just need another 56, 9 wickets in hand. This is getting too easy for them. In search of a wicket, in search of someone to break this partnership. Tucked away for a single. Partnership now 77 of 60. A very good afternoon to Parvez Maharoov.
Good afternoon, Athar. Good afternoon, one and all. It has been a happy homecoming for Tamim Iqbal and his side, Fortune Barishal. After losing the last game against Rangpur Riders, they needed some sort of a good performance to get back on the track, and they've done it perfectly so far.
Yeah, when you have a low total to chase, the only problem you can get into is if you start losing wickets. I mean, it's a very good crowd. To the left of us, it's a chock-a-block there. Filled up galleries, they've come in big numbers. This is the hometown of Tamim Iqbal Khan. They treated each and every spectator, get their memory alive when they go on to watch someone like Tamim batting right in front of them. That's exactly what is happening at the moment.
The big dilemma for the viewers or the spectators at the grounds would be when Fortune Barishal take on the Chittagong Kings. Who would they support? The home side or the hometown hero who leads Fortune Barishal? Slow ball by 𝗬𝗃𝗧.
I think they've got to support the home team. They've got to. But mind you, there will be corners and pockets where there will be huge support for him also. They've been poor. They've been poor in terms of wides. That's wide number 15. And a total that they want to defend of 139, that's poor. That's very, very poor.
Poor to say the least, isn't it? They needed a fight to win their second game to stay alive in the competition. They have been very, very poor.
Yeah, no real energy. Last time we were on air, we spoke about that. 6 in that over. 90 for 1 after 11. Beautiful. What a lovely shot that is. He can place some really beautiful looking shots. And once he goes down the ground, it's even more prettier.
Yeah, powerful and almost cleaned David Malan as well. He did really well to stay out of the way.
Oh, he missed out. He missed out. That should have been in the stands. It was a long hop.
Good batting by Tamim Iqbal. He knew next delivery would be flatter, quicker, batting deep in the crease. Yeah, wherever he goes. BPL is another holding. The crowd in Chittagong, or Chattogram, if you may say, have been quite numbers in the first game. And I'm sure the home side players in the evening game against Khulna Tigers, place will be filled.
Yeah, we've already seen huge crowd in Sylhet and in Dhaka. and they're not going to make sure they're not going to come in small numbers, because they want to compete in terms of how many can come into the ground. Spoke about huge support for Tamim Iqbal Khan and Chittagong Kings also. But it's been fantastic, absolutely fantastic to see that number of people coming so early, because this is the first match. Remember, it's a double header. It's a weekday, and they've come in big numbers. Excellent, absolutely fantastic. Really lifts up the tournament, doesn't it? Inside out, one bounce. Will only be a single. 9 in that over. Beg your pardon, 8 in that over. 98 for 1. At this stage, Dhaka Capitals were 78 for 5. They are 98 for 1. Fortune Barishal cruising along. Yeah, the problem has been with the bowling, Dhaka Capitals. They haven't found anyone even to create an opportunity. Yeah, Fortune Barishal have been solid.
Solid to say the least, aren't they? Bowled well. Could have fielded well when Fortune Barishal was in the field. I thought overall ground feeling was really good. Good shot, just for single. Brings up the 100 for Fortune Barishal.
Yeah, there's always room for improvement. If you look at Fortune Barishal, they would have been disappointed when they lost those 2 matches against Rangpur Riders. 35, the second 50 much quicker. And they'll be looking at that fielding display that they did today. There was opportunities, drop catches, missed run-out opportunities also. Will be cut off by Mustafizur Rahman. Not before they could cross over for a couple of more runs. But if they had put on a better display in the field, that total would have been much lesser.
Probably double digits if they've taken the catches. Poor, got to be said. Dhaka Capitals. Slight hint of togetherness and some good performance in the last game up in Sylhet. But back to drawing boards after today's performances.
They only have 1 win, which was the last one. They got lucky, 7th time lucky, because before that 6 losses on the trot. Now what about this partnership? Malan playing his first match and has grabbed his opportunity with both hands this season. Maybe a touch high, but better from Thisara Perera on stumps. That's what they need to do.
David Malan filling in Kyle Mayers' role, batting at number 3. Contrasting difference when it comes to style of play, but mighty effective David Malan. Likes to bat through, get himself a little time to get used to the conditions and the pitch, and exactly what this Chattogram pitch demands from the batters early on. Has been a good show by Tamim and Malan so far. 104 for 1.
Exactly 1 week when they played their last match, Fortune Barishal. Right, they're cruising along at the moment. Week in between the matches, doesn't really matter. They've done their homework. So they played Rangpur Riders and Fortune Barishal batted first. They scored 197 for 5. 𝗂𝐽𝐻 unbeaten 61 of just 29 deliveries. He plays a different role because he can bowl also. 𝗂𝐽𝐻 not available now. But yes, you're rightly pointed out, because David Malan is a sort of a player where if he gets in, he'll carry it. He'll see the team through. That's how he bats himself in the middle. He can be quite explosive, but his job is to just hang around. Picks the right time to explode. They don't want to explode now because they only need a 34 from 40. Too easy at the moment.
The big question was, when you play after a week, the rustiness sometimes can creep in as an experienced side, so sort of full of experienced players. Good shot by Tamim Iqbal. Couple of runs should be. Comes back easily in the end. But they haven't showed anything when it comes to rustiness. They were good the new ball. Only negative part was the catching. But overall they have been good. With that 2 runs, brings up the 100 partnership between Tamim Iqbal and David Malan.
Comes down the wicket, it pulls it short, but he then adjusts it nicely. He'll come back for the second in the gap. And if you look at the bowling attack of Dhaka Capitals, they've been disappointed because before this match, Mustafizur Rahman was their highest wicket taker. He's only taken 7 wickets, but he's gone for 7.65. Alauddin Babu, not in the side, is the next best, who picked up 6 wickets at 9.69. So not only taking wickets regular intervals, but also not restricting the batters to score freely. 50. Excellent from Tamim Iqbal Khan. Excellent, outstanding. What a player he has been. He still has shown the hunger for runs. 30 at 50 in Bangladesh Premier League. $112 for 1. He's the leading run scorer in all of BPL, right? He sits right at the top. 110 matches. More than 3,500 runs. Yes, followed by Mushfiqur Rahim, Mahmudullah, Anamul Haq and Shakib Al Hassan. $50 of 44. Another impressive innings. Okay, let's go to Mazhar.
Hello, Chattogram. Tora kyan aso? Gom aso ni? I've got the 2 young cricketers, fans of Fortune Barishal, and runs in the family as well. I've got son of Tamim Iqbal, Arham Iqbal, alongside me. Arham, enjoying your proceedings, your father's batting?
Yes, I'm very enjoying it.
So, your father just retired from cricket. He said that he would have want you to know why he retired from international cricket. What's your thought on it?
I kind of want him to retire, but I want him to play more BPLs.
Just be happy, he scored a 50 today, going strong.
Yes.
What's your father's favorite shot?
Down the wickets.
And what about you? Do you bowl or bat?
All-rounder.
He's an all-rounder, by the way. I've got another son of Nafis Iqbal. How are you? I'm great. Enjoying the proceedings of Fortune Barishal?
Yes, I am enjoying it. It's really fun.
Let's talk about your uncle. Tamim Iqbal just retired from cricket, still going strong, scored a 50. What's your take on his batting?
He's batting well. He's batting extremely well. Hopefully we'll see more 6s and 4s in the next batting. And yeah, he's playing really well. I'm thankful for his 50.
Are you a bit disappointed that he retired from international cricket?
I am a bit, but it's up to him. It's about how he's comfortable or not. So it depends on him. And if he doesn't want to play, that's fine. He's not comfortable with it. So yeah, but I am a bit sad, and I hope he will return to the main cricket team.
So you guys are inspired by your father and uncle as well? You play cricket?
I do.
So you're a batter or bowler?
I'm an all-rounder, mainly batter.
So Namir is a batter, Arham is an all-rounder, and I'm back to the combox.
Well, he's still smashing it. Yeah, he won't be able to reach that. And it'll be a boundary. He's already smashed a 6 earlier in this over.
Let me tell you, the field at long off, he just had about 10 feet or 15 feet to cover. And Litton does at long on, he covered about 25 meters. An error in judgment by the field at long off, a slow ball. And Tamim Iqbal trying to give the full Monty, the second 6 of the over. Litton Kumar Das had to put the dive out in the end, but he did not.
Oh, knocks him over with the beauty. The skipper picks up the skipper. Yeah, 13 in that over, but what a lovely delivery to finish the over.
Against the run-off play, 𝗖𝗂 gets a big one. Tamim Iqbal, did he miss that? Perfect Yorker, hint of movement away and off the pads. Oh, that's why. With 4 written all over it. Any other day? Not today. Tamim Iqbal, a very good knock of 61. Barishal, 125 for 2.
Tamim Iqbal, the skipper of the pads and onto the leg stump. What a knock for him. 6-1 from 48 deliveries. But I'm afraid it's a case of too little too late for the Dhaka Capitals.
Has a very, very deep batting lineup. Fortune Barishal, Mushfiqur, Mahmudullah Riyad, Tawhid Ridoy, all these batters are there. In comes Jad Khan, probably to finish off in a couple of blows. Another 29 deliveries more, 14 runs to get. Straight away, will he use the long handle? That's the question. Nicely bowled. Sadiq Hussain bowling it slower, and most importantly, not giving the length. But most left-handers like it against the off spinner to go straight down the ground. There you go. Long on in place, and he's just a mere spectator. Clears it by a distance.
What a strike from Jahandad. Right in the hitting arc. He made no mistake. And Faviz, I'm afraid that it's all over.
For a while, Sir Curtly. Previous delivery, the length wasn't there, hence a defense. And then comes the big shot. The 𝗵𝗂𝗃 is going again. Shot again. That's a good comeback. Jahandad just punches for a single towards long off.
The struggles of Dhaka Capitals continue. They have been struggling throughout this edition of the BPL. Well, just down the leg side, keeper missed it. Wide call. And the woes continue. for Dhaka Capitals.
It's becoming bad to worse for Dhaka Capital, got to be said. A very mediocre effort with the bat. And with the ball as well, they have been quite bad. 2 to get, and David Malan also needs 2 runs for his 50. Shot, just a single though. Yeah. 5 degrees more, and that's the fan of the match. For sure why where you get the hot from, but definitely most enthusiastic fan. The young man in the air and goes over long on. Another 6 in this over. Wraps up the game for Fortune Barishal. They're a week off before this game. Talk about their rustiness. Absolutely, there was no rustiness. From the word go, a professional effort, and made sure they win it by 8 wickets.
Handshakes all around, as is customary. The Dhaka Capitals, the woes continue. They've only won 1 game so far and lost 7. The first 6 games, Pazi, they lost. They won 1, and now they lost again today. And this was the moment that brought the Fortune Barishal to victory. Where does Dhaka Capital go from here? Where? It's been a tough run for them so far. Can they come back?
Yeah, it's been a clinical performance for Fortune Barishal. The holders go on to win by 8 wickets. They are on to the 2nd spot of the points table with 4 wins in 6 matches. They look to be a very good side. Dhaka, on the other hand, will be disappointed. Their 7th defeat in 8 matches. Skipper Tamim Iqbal leading from the front, 61 of 48. David Malan unbeaten, 49 of 41. Jahandar remained not out on 13 of just 4, as Fortune Barishal go on to clinch this game by 8 wickets. Yeah, there's been a good partnership between Tamim and Malan, added 117, and then Jahandar and Malan finishing things up. But it was the partnership of Tamim and Malan set the tone for Fortune Barishal.
And for the bowlers, a wicket apiece for Jayed and Chichara. But apart from that, they had no answer to the rampaging Fortune Barishal and couldn't contain them and lost quite easily in the end with still 4 overs to go.
Yeah, 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 winning the toss and opting to bat. They were bundled out for just 139. Tazim Tamim, the lone fighter, scoring 62 of 44. Farmanullah 22. Tanvir Islam picked up 3. Fahim Ashraf picked up 2, and Mahmudullah and Jahandar back 1 each. Right, it's time to go downstairs to Shamim Chowdhury.
I've got 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 alongside. Well, you needed a change of venue, needed some change of fortune. Just didn't happen, did it?
Yeah, actually, as a batting unit, we didn't click well, including myself. So I think, so if we can score around 160, 165 in this wicket, I think much better target.
Yes, indeed. But you're talking about the batting. What are the ways? Is it your concentration? Is it some pressure that's being exerted? What's happening? Because it's not just happening, simple matter.
Yeah, actually, first few matches we top up really well, even last match also. And so when we come to this match, I think we didn't do our homeworks, I think, because of we think about our last match. So we are starting from that 250 score. That's the most important thing. As a batting unit, I think we have to stick together. And so we have to do a lot of things.
And when you don't have a big total on the score, it makes it very difficult for your bowlers to really try and defend that.
Yeah, actually, we have another 2-day games in this venue. So I feel, so if we can score around 160, I think our bowling unit much better than this. They can defend these totals.
Well, your supporters are really looking forward to you making a comeback.
Yes, thank you.
Good luck for that.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's been a magnificent display of batting in chase of 140. by the two 𝗵𝗺 batters. First up, 𝗵𝗵𝗂𝐽. However, Nazmul Hossain Shanto dismissed up front early in the innings, but since then was David Malan and skipper 𝗵𝗵𝗂𝐽 held things together for 𝗵𝗺. At times, Malan was lucky. 𝗵𝗵𝗂𝐽 was sublime at the other end. Played some gorgeous shots, so does David Malan with that 6 on the onside, and Tamim using his feet. Another 50 for this champion left-hand batter. He might have retired from international cricket, but he's going strong in domestic competitions. He's the leading run getter for 𝗵𝗺 in this BPL so far, before being dismissed by his counterpart Thisara Pereira. As Barishal go on to clinch, convincing 8-wicket win with 4 overs to spare. Chandad finishing things off in style for Barishal. Right, 𝗵𝗺 are there at the second spot of the points table behind Rangpur Riders. They have got 14 points in 7 matches. Barishal, 4 wins in 6 matches, are in the second place, while Dhaka are tottering at the bottom of the table with just 1 win out of 8 matches. Right, we'll take a short break and we'll come back with a post-match presentation.
Very good afternoon. Welcome to the presentation ceremony of this first match here at the Zahur Ahmed Chowdhury Stadium in the Dutch Bangla Bank Bangladesh Premier League, powered by Rocket, co-sponsor 𝗏𝗃𝗃. It was quite a one-sided affair. Dhaka Capitals scoring 139 and easily taken over by the Fortune Barishal, winning it convincingly in this match. Congratulations to Barishal and commiserations to the Dhaka Capitals. I'd like to introduce you to our presentation party here today. Immediately to my left, Mr. Mohammed Sohail, Executive Vice President and Head Chattogram Cluster of the Dutch Bangla Bank. Next to him, Mr. Farooq Ahmed, the Honorable President of the Bangladesh Cricket Board and the Chairman of the BPL Governing Council. Alongside him, Mr. Mohammed Mizanur Rahman, franchisee owner of Fortune Barishal. And next to him, Mr. Atiq Fahad, CEO of the Dhaka Capitals. Thank you all for being here with us. Straight away, announcement of the Dutch Bangla Bank. This is the player of the match, and for his wonderful batting performance, it goes to Tamim Iqbal. And Tamim is not here at the moment. I'd request Najmul to Shanto to come across and collect on behalf of Tamim. 61 of 48 balls. Najmul Hussain Shanto, if you'd like to come across and also have a little chat. Well, first things first, you'd be a little disappointed with your performance, but overall the team did wonderfully well.
I think it's about team game. I'm not worried about my performance as long as team is winning.
Yes, absolutely. I understand that. But you'd like to chip in. And you're just talking about the team, the emphatic way in which they bowled out the Dhaka Capitals was very impressive.
I think every bowlers bowled really well in this kind of wicket, especially with the new ball, Ripon Mondal, the way he bowled, really happy. And that is one thing we need to do every single match.
Yeah, and Tanvir Islam, 3 for 39, chipped in nicely. All the bowlers came in. Were you a little worried about some of the dropped catches today?
Yes, the fielding part always a little difficult. Sometimes the sun is there, but it's I don't want to give any excuses. As a fielding group, we need to do a little bit better than what we did today.
And when Tamim came in with Malan in particular, it seemed so easy to get to that target.
Yes, wicket looks very flat, and the way both the batsmen batted, really happy, and they shows their experience.
They showed their experience, and it's very emphatic. Looking forward, well, playing here in a different pitch. Anything different from what you've experienced in Dhaka and Sylhet?
Looks like pretty good wicket, but on particular day we need to play well and read the wicket very well. But today it was a very good wicket to bat.
Shanto, thank you for standing by, and thank you and best of luck. Najmul Hussain Shanto.
Yeah, with this win, Fortune Barishal moves to the second position. We have another game today. Khulna Tigers will take on the home side, Chittagong Kings, up next. Live starting at 6:15 at Zahur Ahmed Chowdhury Stadium in Chattogram. Right, we'll take a break, but do tune in for the next game.